Hello! Welcome to our first episode of Adventurers Archive. We're a group of friends and myself will be playing D&D, 5th edition of course. Real fast, before we get into the ongoings of everything, let me introduce my friends, if you'd like to begin.
Hello, I'm Connor. I've played D&D on and off for 6 years or so. Excited to keep playing with some good friends of mine and to see what comes next.
Hi, I'm John Matt, and I'm addicted to eating Monopoly pieces. I have about one game of D&D experience with me, so I don't know anything, so feel free to yell at me in the comments.
I'm Alex. I've been playing D&D probably for a couple months. I'm still learning as we go.
Hi, I'm Erica. I've only played a few campaigns and I'm really excited to see where this one goes.
I'm Jack. It's Jack twice. Been playing for like 7 to 8 years.
Hi, I'm Brian. I've been playing pretty regularly for 6 years, and if anyone has found any Monopoly pieces, I'm missing some.
This is why we didn't play Monopoly the other night, or why we left John Matt out of our game. My name's Riley. I'm going to be your dungeon master for this campaign. There's been a lot of extra creative help throughout the process. I'd like to shout out Blake and my friend Drake as well, as well with David. Without further ado, and Andrew, yes. Without further ado, if you all are ready, let's go ahead and jump in. Welcome to Arcanos. The year is 435 PS or post-separation. This land is split into 4 nations, divided by winding hills and political tensions. Wildtide sits to the southeast, a nation that thrives on structure and advantageous trade routes. Under the rule of King Yavatar Mithri, he has brought steady peace to the side of his continent. To the north sits Sunrest, a nomadic and desertous land that gives home to many unique species and monsters, but also gives a respect to all sorts of cultures and values under King Maiden Dwenadir. To the southwest sits Casmerian Bay, a fire-stricken land in the process of rebuilding due to an ancient volcano erupting just 35 years ago, under the rule of a new young ascending king of Matthew Afradi, who seeks to continue to build on an already powerful alliance with the Kingdom of Clearmeadow. Sitting on these green, flowing, windy hills is the capital of the continent, and the heart of the nation of Clearmeadow, Stonespell, where the King Matthias Arosi rules these lands. A king that to some can be viewed as a tyrant, but others as a savior. 35 years ago, after the eruption of Mount Bonevault, the king would launch a decree sent out to all 4 kingdoms of the land, one that bans the use of all and any kind of magic. In King Matthias' eyes, this is what led to the eruption of the volcano and brought devastation to many of his friends, family, and people who lived there. In the thought of banning of magic, that's where the Church of Arcanos was born, and to be led by clergyman Hoth, I said it right, and the decree was sent out. The Afradi King of Casmerian Bay, King Matthew, would accept these terms, while the kings of Wildtide and Sunrest would reject them, surely stirring up political tension and discord throughout the realm. But our story begins far smaller, as we head to the quaint town of Rockshield, which sits on the eastern coast of Clearmeadow. All of our friends that sit at this table today have received a letter from a loose acquaintance of theirs. It reads, "Dear Adventurer, I trust this letter finds you in good spirits and health. My name is Mordecai. You may remember me from a run-in at a bar a few months ago, but I am writing to extend a formal invitation to you on behalf of myself. Our paths may not have crossed too many times before, but I have recently come across some troubles, and I find myself eager to explore the potential for a mutually beneficial business collaboration. I propose that we convene in Rockshield at the Rinrath Manor at the start of next week at 7 o'clock. A meal will be served, providing a conducive environment for open dialogue and exchange of ideas. Please consider this as an opportunity to delve into details of potential collaboration and to explore avenues that may prove mutually advantageous for the both of us. If you choose to join me in this meal, at the entrance of the town, a horse-drawn carriage with my personal guard, Lumiere, will be waiting for you. Wishing you safe travels and looking forward to the pleasure of your company. Sincerely, Mordecai Rinrath. As the scene sets on the eastern side of the realm, as the night sky sits brightly above us, we currently, first and foremost, come to our friends, well, a friend walking up on the carriage. Erica, will you please describe your character for me?
Yes. I will be playing the character Talia. She is of average height, average build. She is exceptionally pretty, abnormally pretty. She has one blue eye, one purple eye, long, dark, black flowing hair. She is dressed in traveling gear, so she has a belt, she has her shield, her sword, a hooded cloak, and she is getting ready to climb inside of the wagon.
Perfect. What you see immediately as you get to the entrance of Rock Shield, you see a wagon that sits with a dragon claw on the left-hand side of it. A shorter man sits at the front with two black steeds. The two black steeds that lead it. This man is Lumiere, a youthful spirit, if you will. Long brown flowing hair with a scar that runs down the left side of his neck. He's dressed head to toe in chainmail armor with the marking of a dragon claw on his chest, which you would probably know to be that marking of the family of Rinrath. As you begin to approach this carriage as the night sky and the stars twinkle from above below you, he kind of looks over to you and goes to knock the door open, and he kind of just goes, just gets down from the little stand. He kind of goes, "Ma'am, if you will."
Talia will reach and take his hand as he assists her into the wagon.
He opens the door as it creaks open and guides you into the carriage. This carriage on the inside sits about 3 to 4. On the inside is a painted mural telling a legend, if you will, of the Rinrath family. But inside, as you go to sit down on the bench, you notice across from you, on the other bench, a rather familiar face, if you will. Would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, I'm going to be playing my character's name is Rothgar. He is a Earth Genasi barbarian. He stands around 6'3". He's a little bit bigger in stature, a little bit more broader of a shoulder. Very distinctly, he has one red eye and one gold eye that he's had for forever. And he's just wearing, normal garb, really nothing crazy, no sort of armor or anything like that.
Rothgar, as you begin to see Talia enter the wagon.
The door opens and my eyes kind of light up a little bit as I see who I faintly remember from my childhood. Medora! What are you doing here?
Who's Medora? My name is Talia.
Oh.
Talia is a little itchy. She suddenly got uncomfortable when she noticed the person sitting across from her.
My apologies, miss. I must have mistaken you for someone I knew a while back. Please have a seat. Come on in. The roads are normal, I guess.
I guess so. She goes to sit down, is obviously uncomfortable, and is not ready to sit in this carriage for however long she's going to be there with this person.
Perfect. As the carriage take off for the two of you, Any conversation you had on the way up, or is it rather a quiet ride?
Rothgar's kind of just thinking in his head, like, I know her from somewhere. Like, where have I seen this person? As he hasn't been too many places in his life, as he's just started to recently travel, he knows he hasn't seen an abundance of people, and especially not one with a face that would stand out quite like Medora's.
Talia's biting her tongue because she's a little frustrated because the last time that they saw each other, he kind of just disappeared without saying goodbye. So she is debating whether she should say anything or not. She keeps moving side to side, crossing her legs, uncrossing them, looking at him. She's thinking real hard about it.
Are you okay? You seem a little troubled there.
I'm fine.
You run into some poison oak or something on the way in? You seem a little
No.
squirmy.
No. I'm not squirmy.
Okay. So, how'd you meet the dude that tells this dude to take us places?
When she hears him ask that, she finally goes, "Are you serious? Do you really not remember the last time that we met?"
Okay, hold on, mate. So, you are Medora then? I'm not, like, crazy?
I don't go by Medora.
Well,
Remember I told you I go by Talia. And yes, you're not crazy. I was just trying not to announce it to the world as I was getting in this wagon.
Well, oh, my apologies. I didn't mean to leave you high and
Where
dry.
did you go? You just left.
I ran into a little bit of trouble. I had to get out of town really quick, and
You have definitely done that before. And that is frustrating.
I can do nothing but apologize to you. But no, it had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But I think it may be fate that brought us back together here. I mean, that one Mordecai guy seemed kind of odd when we met him back at the
Is
tavern.
that why you're here too?
Yeah,
He sent you a letter?
I got this letter.
I got a letter too.
Yeah.
How did he know how to send a letter to us?
I don't know, and I don't really want to ask questions. There was a weird encounter we had at that time
Yeah.
with the
You remember?
with the father guy who was really pushy about all that stuff.
Yes.
So I kind of just
And the
chalk
weird
it
little
up to.
creatures at the table.
Yeah,
Remember we were in the tavern?
And that one smelly guy walked up.
Yes.
And that weird rabbit. It was an odd day.
It was a really strange day.
Maybe one day we'll tell somebody about that day.
As we head from your carriage to our next fate-wielded adventurer, there's a little bunny that comes hopping up from the grassland onto the main road. As John Matt, would you like to describe your character for us?
Yeah. My character actually doesn't hop. That's a harmful stereotype. My character will just walk to the wagon. I'm a Herringon. My name is Powder. I'm very small in stature, and I also have kind of ashy fur that looks like it was normally white, but has been kind of... A lot of soot has piled up over time, and it's been kind of dyed gray. I have a large backpack that's almost as big as I am, and I climb into the wagon.
Lumiere steps off the seat and just kind of goes, "My liege."
Thank you kindly.
And as he kind of goes to pick you up, he notices that he picks you up because you're so light, and he just kind of sets you on the top step. Is this one joining you? As running from over a small hillside, a little small short goblinoid is using a cane and just making his way down the hillside.
I
Wait for
recommend
me.
drive.
Wait for me.
Please get to the range. Drive quickly.
Would you like to describe your character for us?
Absolutely. My character is a reborn goblin. He stands about the same height as John Matt's character. And I am a paler green. Paler in some places, darker in other places. My clothes are not well kept. They have been rotting off my body for a good while, but they are covered with a poncho-like contraption. With just a little bit of fabric, nothing too fancy, just maybe a yellowish poncho with some simple designs in it. I carry a staff, a wooden staff that has a kind of purplish thing at the top. And I don't smell great. I wouldn't say I smell bad, but we're going to leave that up to interpretation.
You ruggedly run your way towards the front. Lumiere kind of sees you coming and just kind of, 1 second, Powder. I think that this one was one of the ones that he had invited.
Quite not. No.
He goes to greet you, and immediately he's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. Oh my god. What's your name, son?
My name's Marrow.
Of course. He takes his knife out, rips a little bit of cloth off his black leather jacket, and kind of stuffs it up his nose. In you go.
Thank you. Help.
You got it.
No.
He kind of just walks up and ignores you and seats himself at the front of the two horses.
Marrow attempts to climb up and is visibly struggling. He would like to pull on to whatever cloth Havoc has. I reach out for it.
Powder is in the carriage,
Powder.
further down.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw, and you roll me a sleight of hand, please. Oh, first roll of the campaign.
First roll of the campaign.
Yay!
Come on down, Matt. Fuck.
Very nice.
24.
24.
7.
You attempt to grab for whatever cloth you can, and immediately, just as fast as a bunny moves, no stereotypes, of course,
Yeah.
but misses, and you just hit your head against the wooden staircase.
Say it hops out of my hand.
Stereotypes.
Lumiere hears this, and he kind of comes back, alright. He kind of pushes you up by your butt into the carriage as you're laying on the ground. Shuts the door behind you guys as you feel your carriage begin to
Marrow's
take.
breathing heavily and then remembers that he doesn't need to breathe, so he just stops.
My character will reach into his backpack and pull out a clothespin to put on his nose. You're like a fungus and I'm out of fungal remover.
Been told I'm a fun guy.
Oh, brother.
I'd like to sit as close to Powder as humanly possible.
There are 2 benches in here. That is very
And I
well.
would like to sit on one bench.
Lumineer, is there any room in the front? You can ride?
No, sorry. I only let the people who are professional horse back riders up here.
I am one.
Roll me a deception. Or persuasion, sorry. He's gonna roll an insight. It's not looking good for you, John Matt.
Yeah, 4, 3.
Powder, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to stay back there. I can't break company policy. He kind of shuts the... First the window was open, and then he shuts the one piece of air that you had coming into the carriage
Oh, okay.
as it begins to get musty. Quiet ride, or...
My character will break out his journal and start writing. Unfortunately, I've been accompanied by a rather horrible man in nicest way possible. He is covered in fungus, smells putrid,
Same wagon, different time.
and looks like a horse stepped in a thing of mud.
I would like to read all of that. Are you hiding it?
I am hiding it.
Oh, okay. I'll mind my own business. I will hum a tune of such, you know.
Could you stop that?
As our not-so-quiet riders begin to make it up. Next, we come to another one of our destined heroes. A man with a long sword begins to walk up from the hillside. Seeing as the wagon gets back down to the base of the hill, Lumiere looks out to your character, Alex. Will you introduce and describe your character for us, please?
Yeah, I play Takashi, a human fighter who plays a samurai. About 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. And, wearing your traditional, samurai outfit.
Perfect. Lumir kind of just goes, "Sir, it's an honor to have one of the Crimson Lotus here." He kind of pounds on his chest a little bit and just kind of gives a nice little bow.
I want to pound back and then I'll bow back to him.
After you kind of cracks the door open,
Just steps right in.
shuts it behind you. And from the hillside on her own gray steed, the night sky shines so beautifully on this mount of yours. Coming over the hill, our final hero. Would you like to please describe yourself, Connor?
Yes. I am playing as Sendra. She is a very short, at 5'3", Eladrin rogue. Most of what anyone can see is covered up in traveling leather armor. She travels light, but does have a traveling backpack with needed supplies.
Perfect. As you approach the carriage and he's about to take off with Takashi in the back, he kind of notices you and just says, "Madam, how do you do? Are you here for dinner as well? You're kind of running a little behind."
Yes, I had matters to attend to, but I did receive the letter.
Of course. That looks like a horse of the crown.
It's a horse.
Huh? Of course. Please, as he kind of opens the door, you kind of get a glimpse of Takashi in the back right-hand corner. I'll have somebody come tend to your steed. We insist that you ride
It's
with.
okay. You guys can have the steed. It's no matter to me.
Of course. Yes, it's not often that people are just willing to give horses for free. We appreciate the act of kindness.
Oh, Takashi.
Oh, Zendra.
Good to see you again. I hope you've been traveling well.
Yes, and you?
For the most part, yes. Although, I'm gonna get close to him and whisper. I'll be like, I would be careful in this carriage. It smells like something has already died in here. We might need to be ready.
I was picking up on that over as well.
I'm glad I'm in intelligent company. So.
Generational stench.
Might not be an intelligent company for much longer.
Well, I guess let's see what this business opportunity from Mordecai is all about.
Alright.
As the wagon makes the last trip up the hill. Throughout a clear window that two of our friends didn't know could be opened on their ride up. The other four of you would have seen this on your way up. In the tranquil corner of a fantastical realm nestled against the rugged cliffs and embraced by the soothing embrace of the sea, lies the charming, quaint town of Rockshield. Known for its picturesque beauty and renowned winery, this idyllic haven is a retreat for those seeking solace and the simple joys of life. Rockshield boasts a captivating blend of quaint cobblestone streets winding through the heart of the town. The architecture is reminiscent of a bygone era from the past, with charming cottages adorned with thatched roofs and climbing ivy exuding a rustic charm. Perched on the cliffs overlooking the vast expanse of the sea is a renowned winery that goes by the name of Malarian Red. The winery is a picturesque sight, a stone building with large arched windows and provide breathtaking views of the ocean. Grapevines cascade down the hills, thriving in the salty sea air, producing grapes that are used to create the finest wines of the realm. Anyone who has visited a community in Rockshield is a tight-knit and welcoming. Sorry, I misread that. Anybody who has visited knows that Rockshield is a tight-knit and welcoming community, with a spirit and camaraderie of unity. Local festivals and gatherings celebrate the harvest, the sea, and the arts, bringing everyone together for merriment and bonding. Rockshield can feel like home even to the loneliest and wary wanderer. As you guys begin to get to the top of the hill, you all sit in what to be, as he kind of drops you off in a little courtyard here. As Nocturna shines down upon you. Town's quiet. Not a lot of footsteps walking up. It's a town. There's on a festival going on. Everybody gets in bed rather early, if you will. Not a lot of signs of life. As you immediately pull up to the front, you all see, as Lumiere pulls up with your carriage last, the other four of you guys are kind of waiting out front. As he gets out and opens the door, he kind of goes, and this is the last of them. I'm glad to see you all could make it. He invited a lot of adventurers, and you were the ones who answered the call.
Takashi, I think we know what died in the carriage. It's even worse than I remember.
I'm gonna make eye contact with Talia and kind of be like, everyone's here.
Yeah.
This is odd.
Alright. The Rudolph Manor, as you stand outside of it, is imposing in its stature. It stands as a testament to the family's prestige, with its ivy-colored walls, grand archways, and towering spires that reach towards the sky. The exterior is a showcase of intricate carvings, if you will, adorned with gold leaf, displaying the wealth and influence of House Brenrath. As Lumiere kind of looks back, was the travel alright for all of you?
No.
What's wrong? Is there anything we can improve on the road here?
It's a little bumpy.
A little bumpy, of course.
Maybe next time separate carriages would be nice.
Oh, of course. I figured you two knew each other. He was following you in such high pursuit.
No, not one bit.
We're friends.
Oh, no. That is a...
He doesn't
Word
have a
that
good
would-
memory like me.
Nope, that would not describe our situation whatsoever.
Of course. He kind of shrugs off and just kind of... Do the rest of you know each other? I'm starting to sense that you all had a run-in maybe...
I never
little
figured a
bit
face,
ago.
and honestly, I think I've seen one of these people around.
Which one?
I don't remember.
Checks out, pretty much, I guess.
Of course. Hate for you all to be troubled and stand out here in the cold. Please, come in.
Yeah.
He opens the front door as you enter into the grand foyer. Upon entering, the grand foyer envelops you in an atmosphere of elegance. Polished marble floors glisten underneath the soft glow of ornate chandeliers. Portraits of Mordecai's ancestors line the walls, each frame once again telling a story of the family's enduring legacy. If you will, Talia and Powder, please roll me a perception check.
I got a 15.
16.
16? As Lumiere kind of notions you guys, here are the benches you'll be waiting on. The Lord will be down here in a few minutes to grab you. Do you need anything while you're waiting? Any drinks I can grab you or any...
No, thank you.
Of course.
The Lord.
Lord Rinrath.
I thought we here to see a guy named Mordecai.
Mordecai Rinrath.
Oh. Okay.
Do you have any tomato juice?
Good news for you. You're on a winery. I don't do tomato juice, but I have a bunch of grape juice.
I'll take a grape juice.
I think I'll take a grape juice
Oh,
too.
of course. There's going to be plenty of wine served at dinner as well, so please slow your roll here, but I'll have somebody fetch that for you immediately and make sure it's empty for you.
Thank you kindly.
As our heroes sit in silence, waiting. Down the hall, you begin to hear a set of footsteps, if you will. A resounding, almost metal boot clangs against the marble flooring, sending almost shockwaves of sound through the manor. You see a man enter the room, or presumably a man as he speaks. Head to toe in plate armor, you can't even see his face. He kind of notions with all of you with a huge great axe on his back. Follow me, please.
Are you, Mordecai?
No. I serve him.
Oh, like, Luminia, whatever.
Yes, we all work for the winery. Laura and Red.
Nice.
Is that axe to take down the grape trees?
I'm sorry?
Is that axe to take down the grape trees?
The grape trees. We don't have grape trees here.
No, they grow on the vine. They don't grow in like trees, like an apple. They're small, like grapes. Do you know what a grape is?
He'll learn
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, you'll learn tonight.
He begins to escort all 6 of you down the hall, eventually getting to a room, third one on the left of the right hall. As you guys are entered through double doors, the dining room is a symphony of opulence, a sanctuary where the Rinrath family, you would assume, entertains esteemed guests and celebrates their illustrious lineage. A grand mahogany table sits at center stage. You could tell it was personally and handmade by somebody, of course,
Wow.
who sells furniture. Stretching magnificently to accommodate a dozen guests or so in the embrace of its refined setting. Behind the head of the table, a fireplace, unparalleled grandeur, commands attention. Crafted from some of the black marble adorned with intricate gold filigree, the fireplace is more than a source of warmth. It is a work of art. A roaring fire casts a warm glow across the room, creating an intimate ambience, which also permeates across the dining area. Once again, you see a lot of pictures of people you don't recognize that sit high up on these black stone walls. There's little dragon claw etchings into all the seats and a face of a dragon that sits at the center of the long mahogany table. Standing right between the table and the fire is somebody that looks familiar to you all. As he turns around to greet you, his face bears weathered lines, his eyes a piercing shade of emerald that still somehow shoot through the room, even being 30 or 40 feet away from him. They hold mystery, revealing the depth of journey through the continent of adventure that he may have been through. Black classic leather attire with silver embroidery marking the etches from his broad shoulders, a velvet cape is clutched to his shirt that streams down his back. The symbol of a dragon claw presented on the back of his cape, if you will. He once again has a cane that stands about 4 or 5 feet tall that he uses to kind of hold himself up, with a little dragon claw reaching towards the sky, a silver dragon claw on the top of it. As he turns around to see the 6 of you, a silver fox looking man with his beautiful, almost grayish but yet young hair, sits curly in nature. Welcome. I didn't think you all would make it. Well, to be fair, I invited a lot more of you, as he kind of uses his cane and kind of makes his way over to.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Hey, I like your fireplace. It helps permeate the light all over your pictures.
Oh, of course. Tells grandeur stories of lineages of family before me. It's a pleasure to see the rest of you. Please go ahead, take a seat.
Absolutely.
I know we have a lot to talk about.
I'm gonna pull Medora's seat out and kind of like gesture her and like kind of push it in for her.
Talia, pleasure for you to make it.
Thank you, Mordecai.
Of course. Rothgar, Mero,
Thank you.
Takashi, Powder, Zendra. How are you all sitting? As far as him at the head of the table, is it going to be the same, or do you guys sit in a different order, if you will?
I sit next to Havoc, and then I move my plate over to wherever Havoc is.
Powder's gonna move as far away as possible.
Talia will be sitting on the right-hand side. That's where I'm hoping you pulled the chair out.
Yes.
Is it like a pretty long table?
Pretty long table.
Seats
Seats about a dozen or so.
Close. We'll be
I'll
close.
sit a good halfway down the table.
Sure. On the left or the right?
Left.
Left. Perfect. Takashi.
I'll be on the right side of the table.
So there you sit on the left. You said you sit on the end.
I sit
Or do you sit as close to Mordecai?
I was gonna sit next to Havoc, but I saw him move, so Powder, and so I will move towards. I'll move towards the fireplace. I like the warmth.
So we'll go him.
Yeah.
Then you, then Zendra. At the end of the table, we have Powder, and then lined up is Talia, Rothgar, Takashi. How was the journey?
Great. A little bumpy.
You know, I was fine, I guess. It wasn't too bad.
It stunk quite literally.
It
Really?
stunk?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
You mean it stunk as you were getting into the town, or?
It stunk because of smells in the cabin.
he's talking about this guy.
I think the horses had something that wasn't great for the stomach. You gotta get the right kind of hay. I'll show you guys.
Of course, we will always take betterments of what we do around here.
It's like
It's in the nature of Malorian Red. You? How was your travels?
Quite well. Thank you.
Of course. Kind of looks towards you. All safe, I assume. No trouble on the road.
Not at all.
Of
Thank
course, of course.
You promised a free meal.
Yes, of course. As he kind of smiles and smirks your way. Yes, of course.
I'll be honest with you, I'm a picky eater.
No,
So,
the finest food of all the realm. Whatever you'd like, we will serve here.
Oh. Alright. You said we're taking orders now?
Sure, I can
Yeah.
let him know. Lumiere! Lumiere kind of steps in. Yes, of course. I wasn't quite ready, but what can I get for you?
You have like a live frog?
Kind of looks down. Like living.
Yeah, like
No.
still hopping, no offense.
Of course. None taken. I can do that for you.
Yeah, thank you. Just one.
I'm assuming the rest of you would be fine with our most delicate meats and.
Please.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Service fine.
Of course. I can't promise we'll let you eat that in here, and Mordecai kind of will let him eat it in here. It's all right. Of course. Tell you what, outside of that, we have the best food in town. I can't promise that your frog will be the best, but the realm we boast here.
Never had a frog I
elegance.
didn't like.
I assume you all traveled together, of course, getting here.
We
We
came.
did not.
No, we came. We came together.
Oh, you all don't know each other.
Well,
I know him.
we've all
I
kind of
met
met
him.
before. I mean, I
met you.
I know her a little bit. I've seen everyone at least once.
So you all don't work together.
No. Not these amateurs.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know about amateurs, but I mean, maybe
Sorry.
some of us.
He's correct. With these amateurs and Takashi.
I see, pull a little notepad out.
Whoa, well, I don't know about that much either. I mean,
My apologies.
I know
I came for
Takashi,
the
I can vouch for
experience.
him.
Like an unpaid internship.
We don't do unpaid here.
Oh. Alright.
That is an oversight on my part. I apologize. I meant when I was sending letters out to groups of adventurers that maybe I'd get one that had worked together before. But
what made you think that we all know each other?
well, running a few months ago in the bar, you all happened to be at the same table together. I mean, I know that they were there on investigative purposes, and you two were great conversation, and you two stumbled in, but
That's where I know them from.
would assume after some encounter a demon together, they stick together after that traumatic experience, but not you. That's all right. I understand. Well, I do apologize. For those of you who might not remember me, I'm Mordecai Rinrath, owner of Malarian Red, third of his name for the Rinrath household. I do apologize for the misunderstanding. I was under the assumption that you all were together. I assume, from what I've seen from some of your backgrounds, some of you would like to get down to business. But before we start, does anybody have any questions for me? Of any sorts?
I mean, not really. You got a nice town here. I mean, you got a nice house. You obviously do well for yourself.
I appreciate it. It's not my town. Clergyman Hoth, right-hand man of the king, actually runs the town as the leader here.
So are you some sort of royalty, or are you just a wealthy businessman?
I'd hate to break it to you, I'm not royalty at all.
You just got a lot of dough from doing the
Business,
wine.
of course. Self-made, if you will. He kind of
I
smiles.
thought you were the third of your kind, though. So they did it before you?
Well, yes, that part. We'll skip over that part. Self-made,
I don't.
alright?
Sure. Family
Why
legacies
don't we
and whatnot.
proceed with what was your intent behind
Well-
mailing us the letters?
Yeah, with dahlias.
I noticed the quite obvious symbiote with your dragon claws. Is it, dragons are not common things.
They're not. In fact, one has yet to be found since the last affliction that took over the world, but my family was founded on being unique, strong, if you will, willing to adapt in any situation. With that being said, my grandfather felt that a dragon was the best symbol for us. Unique, strong, mighty, if you will.
Large talons.
Of course. May I ask, just real fast before we hop into processions here, where are you all from, if you will, so I know who am I speaking to and what we necessarily believe about the ongoings in this world? I'd like to make it clear, I pass no judgment.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm from Embercrest.
Oh, the capital.
Well, kind of. It's like when you like when you live somewhere kind of on the outskirts, but no one knows about it. So you just say you're from the main city, so people are like, "Oh, yeah, you're from there," and you kind of
Of
just
course.
don't correct them.
Yes.
So I'm from a little outside of Embercrest, just a small little village. But I tell everybody from Embercrest because they just know, and it saves me from having to explain myself like I'm doing right now. You know?
Of course.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
No matter where you're from, you're accepted here.
My first memory was in the Thorny Swamps. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm from the outside of the inside of Thorny Swamps.
You live in the swamps, I'm sorry?
Lived,
Live.
yeah.
Where do you live now?
A bit of a nomad. Wherever my buddy Powder takes me.
Of course.
Again.
So you guys are really good friends then.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
So he's
no.
3 hops ahead of me.
Three.
Again,
Aw.
hop is
I thought-
a harmful stereotype.
I was
No.
gonna say hopping is kind of a harmful stereotype for. So you kind of like
He does it when no one's watching.
you kind of
I
grandfather
do not.
that.
I do not.
That's sweet.
No.
Man, you guys must have a real true friendship.
Again, no. We just met each other at the bar. He sat next to me, and he has not stopped following me since.
What was that?
He has not stopped following me ever since we met at the bar. He's about as acquainted
Because your
with
friendship is so strong.
We really
Of
get
course,
along at the bar.
I admire strong friendship.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
my friends have passed throughout the years, but and from the swamps, that's beautiful. As he kind of just
Not
cuts
right.
over you, as you kind of fade into the background, trying to explain, he just assumes you're friends now. Talia,
Talia places a hand on Rothgar's shoulder and gives him a knowing look. I actually am from Mimpalo, where we all met. I live right outside the town.
of
Just a very
course.
small farm village.
I know that town saw some unruly leadership back in its day, but Lady Clearheart has done a great job of cleaning it up.
Yes.
She's beautiful. If you will, forgive me. You, sir. Takashi.
I'm from a old village called Redford.
Of course, I'm sorry to hear what happened many years ago. You know, something we pride ourselves in here as Malarian Red is not just giving back to the community in the sense of great wines and great food, but to give back to those who were afflicted by the eruption of the volcano, if you will. Big thing for me is what's wealth if you can't spread it to those who are in need. I'm actually, later tonight, taking a trip down to Red Forts to help some of the refugees, which is why it was important that you all got here as fast as you could. But is there anybody I should look out for or say hello for on your behalf while I'm there?
Unfortunately not, no.
That's alright. And you, Powder, friend of Marrow.
Not friend.
Where are you?
Again, not a friend.
They're so close
So
to like
rational.
family. Yeah.
That is
Oh.
adorable.
That's so
Wow.
sweet.
They're like brothers. You're so close. You're not even friends.
We've met once.
That's incredible for
No.
you guys' friendship to kindle so fast.
No, again, no, not
Where I'm from, brotherhood
He
and
sounds
friendship
shy.
are.
Let's not embarrass him. Where
Oh,
are you
okay.
from?
Oh, sorry. I'm a fan of friendship, so.
Please.
Even though you abandon your friends sometimes.
No, you're getting it wrong there.
There's a little romantic spark between you two,
No.
it seems. Just a little bit of something there.
Me and my brother we always snuff out.
Again,
I just-
not a brother.
You and your
Such a
brother
Not
do?
a brother.
Are you
We
guys sort of
somehow gone
matchmakers?
backwards
Yeah.
in this situation.
Really? Wow, that's
No.
pretty great.
No,
Yeah.
no. But let's
Guys,
talk.
you guys got something.
How do you two know each other? It seems you guys are very romantic. Hand on each other's shoulders.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
Paolo.
he's kind of just making a lot of assumptions here.
Where are you from, sir? I'm sorry, my carriage leaves in a few hours.
Oh, sure. I'm originally from Earthfront.
Of course, beautiful city.
Oh, magnificent. Just nearby.
Of course.
I'm from Iron Bell, and we will leave it at that. Nothing needs to be said more.
Hey, this one, she keeps it on the DL for some reason. She's not too
I'm
talkative.
sorry, I can't hear you.
She keeps it on the DL. She's not too talkative. You won't get much out of her. I tried.
That's all right. I know that she has a reputation. That's what she's here for.
My apologies.
Iron Bell is a
Billy.
beautiful city, of course, and I'm sure you grew up, as he kind of nods his head at you and gives a knowing, you grew up in a beautiful situation.
As did we all.
Of course. Well, let's get to our proceedings then. As I said, I have not much time, but a few nights ago, if you will, there were 3 men, presuming men, blue coats, if you will, hoods pulled up, broke into my fine home here. Of course, my guard was out with me at one of the town festivals, and nobody was home to stop them from breaking in. There was a recipe near and dear to my heart that we were about to release to the public in a few weeks. A new wine, if you will, called Crimson Whispers. I will admit that Crimson Whispers is not only my creation, but my father before me had a dream for it to be one of our main wines, if you will. And so I am rather taken aback that it would be stolen from whoever.
Why would you release it to the public if it is one of your most near and dear?
Well, I thought that a wine so close to the family legacy, that such rich in taste, would be good to be shared with the world. Not only that, but would drive a marginally sized profit, if you will.
He means not that he would release the recipe that the first tasting is
Correct.
going to be.
I thought you meant to literally releasing the recipe.
Which brings us to the problem of what I'm scared of. The recipe was stolen out of my files the other night. Everything else left untouched, but this one, it seemed somebody was after for whatever reason. How they even known of it, I know not. But what I do know is I'm willing to pay a good amount for you guys to launch an investigation of your own and look into it for me. I will be honest, I don't have much help as to where to start. Outside of 3 blue-cloaked figures made their way into my home and stole this paper from my office.
Was it locked away at all?
It was in my, if you will, my desk. The right top cabinet has a simple lock on it, which is on my, kind of shows you a little keychain he has kind of down here with a bunch of keys on it. He jingles it a little bit.
Did it look like forced entry into your home and into the cabinet?
It
Or
did not.
did it look like more of a lock picking situation?
Did not look like a 4th century. And
Have you guys touched the crime scene at all since, or has it kind of been left unbothered?
well, to be very frank with you, they came in the back door, and I opened it, walked in, and walked right out, from what I was told.
She telling me your back door is unguarded at most times? It's
I'm
not
telling
locked?
you, we were all at the festival.
I'm just trying to do my investigative job.
If I may, which festival?
Oh, there was a cabbage festival a few nights
Oh,
ago.
the Cabbage Festival. I'm such a fan.
Me and my brother love cabbage.
No,
Cabbage Festival.
not brother.
You
Classic.
guys love the cabbage festival?
Oh,
We do.
It's so classic.
That
Fan of cabbage.
do you guys
Festival.
And
can-
carrots.
You love carrots?
No, again, I'm allergic to carrots. That is another harmful stereotype. Please.
Do you guys have like a matching thing you do at either festival that you could perform for us right now?
Well,
Aren't we
it's
supposed
more
to be
like
back
a cat
onto the
house
investigation?
thing.
No, I love hearing about brothers. And
Oh, but we
Oh.
had not enough time to talk of their romance, but enough about this? Okay. Please.
So
Anyway,
it would seem they knew where to look then if they immediately were able to.
that's what I'm getting at. I've launched an internal investigation to figure out who. I asked not for you guys to head that part, but for you all to head the mission of retrieving these documents back.
What if it's an internal thing and then we have to get them? At that point, do we go internal?
At that point, if it leads to somebody inside my operation, I'll be back in town. If I'm leaving tonight, I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be back the morning of 2 days from now. You would contact me immediately before going to anyone.
Correct.
Do we have the run of your estate here to?
Of course,
Yes,
I
sure.
would like to invite for you all to stay here for the next few nights if you need. I have plenty of bedrooms on the 3rd floor, a shower that runs with steaming hot water and the most beautifully smelling herbs to put on your body and use. To clean, of course.
Not all of us are here quite for a unpaid internship, so what will be the pay of this mission?
Of course, that's where I know some of your rates are a little different than others. If you'd mind going over those for me, just so I can understand what
How
you all
about
are worth.
Zendra? Why don't you go first?
I'd like to hear what some of you offer.
I would appreciate if we heard what some of you offer first before Zendra goes.
Let
Wonderful.
the
Tadashi, why don't you
amateurs
go
before
first?
a professional.
Personally, I know Takashi's done a lot of hired work as well, so I would.
He knows my rate.
Yes, our rates are standard for our.
He's mainly talking to
I'm
you
here
guys.
for the experience. Anything else you can give me is just really a plus.
Of course.
Yeah. Same with my brother.
I was, whenever I do hired work, it's typically for 100 gold.
I don't always have to receive gold. Sometimes I like knowledge or information for trade.
I'm gonna lean over to Kai and be like, spoken like amateur.
Per day.
Me, myself, I quite the alchemist. I would appreciate any minerals you could provide as far as that goes, and then anything that must be supplemented could be in gold.
Of course, I'm in with Lala down the road. Lala's Twisted Good. She'd have a bunch of minerals that you might be looking for native to our eastern shore.
Fabulous.
But forgive me, I forget. Takashi and Zendra, what are your going rates?
Well, for a multi-day venture such as this, luckily you won't be having to pay for room and board as well, since that is being provided. I don't know about what kind of jobs Takashi's been doing of late, but I would say going rate would be around 20 a day.
Seems inflation hit Ember Crust. As he looks over towards you and side eyes
I mean, you can't fault a man for trying to
Everything-
get as much
everything-
money as first time.
Hey, where I'm from, we're pretty far away from all coasts and everything like that, and it just happens sometimes.
Of course. Shooting for the stars, I can respect that. With that being said, I would be good to honor the rate of 20 gold a day. I would count tonight and the morning also as a day, bringing you to 60 gold pieces each by then this.
And if we fail or succeed this investigation, is there a difference in price, or is it just a standard rate?
If this investigation causes you to get into any physical altercations, I will adjust the rate accordingly. If it goes off smooth without a hitch and it stays as simple as I'm thinking it will, the gold will stay at 60. Upon failure, I'm not necessarily a man who doesn't pay for another man or lady's time, if you will, but I would be much disappointed if this document cannot end up back in my hands. Yes.
Will the coin be coming with its own baggage? I have nothing to carry it in.
Of course. I could get it in a bag for you. It typically comes in a little leather pouch upon payment.
Thank you.
Maybe we can get you some nicer clothes. Lumiere! Some clothes for this goblinoid, please.
Oh, no, I like these.
I'll have some on your bed folded for you.
Speaking of clothes, how did you know they were wearing blue coats if no one was here to witness it?
That's a tip I got from the town guard. I'm in...
What was his name?
Well, I'm in cahoots with my friend right down the road. The town guard that I spoke to, his name's Barrett. But the leader of it all, under Clergyman Hoff, sits herself, would be Pastor Lucia.
And she's the one who's been giving you the information.
No, Barrett's gave me the information. I don't deal much with the church and their ongoings, if you will. Like to stay a little far away of that. Seems to get a little messy with their people skills sometimes, as he kind of laughs. I would recommend, I could give you a few places to start. You could go maybe talk to Barrett, see if you can get anything out of him. He's typically bribed rather well if anything else from one of his scouts came about in the past few days. I know the Wave Tide Tavern or All Washed Up is a good place to start as far as bar rumors and Lawless Twisted Goods. She is a good friend of mine. Maybe she might have heard something on the street side as well.
One last question.
Of course.
You're a prominent winery. Is there a competitor that's close by that would want this recipe?
Personally, not any close. Maybe on the western side. There's no prominent wineries that sit in Clear Meadow that I'm aware of, at least. I know a few down in Wild Tide, but once again, I can't see somebody taking a journey all this way for a wine recipe that they could claim to be theirs. Sure, it would turn a marginal profit, but this feels more personal.
Do you have any, we learned somewhat of your exploits last time we met. Any enemies that you have made in your time?
Roll a insight for me.
7.
You can tell he's not fully being honest here, but as he answers, no, there's none that I could think of. No reason anybody would break in and steal this from me. Again, my main doings are to help those under the crown's rule and to aid those in need and to serve great food to people. And last we met, traveling the realm, hunting bad demons that are left over from the last affliction.
You're a pretty well put together gentleman. You're tall in stature.
I could say the same of yourself.
Money. Oh, I'm not looking to flatter you, my liege. Is there any vengeful lovers you might have taken in the past little while that are spiteful that you may have?
Who've you hooked up with?
No, well, if you maybe
personal.
showed anybody, showed any ladies around your office and they might have seen something. I'm just wondering here. We gotta cover all our bases, alright? No, I'm not trying to get into your private business, my friend, but I gotta ask.
Roll me an insight, please.
17.
You can tell there is. But he answers modestly. No, of course not. I focus on the business, and there's no time in
No
life.
pleasure on the side, nothing?
No pleasure on the side for
Really?
helping anybody who is in need, if you will. And none that I, of course, feel as if would ever cross me like that. You can tell
But
he's
you're
being
saying
honest
there's
about
some,
that end
then?
part. Yes. Well, no, there's none.
Is it yes or is it no?
No, there's none. Never been involved with anybody, at least around these spots. With your insight roll, you can tell he's being honest in that last part.
The part that none of them would be vengeful.
None of them would be around these parts.
Oh. but some that might be vengeful.
Can't really tell.
Oh. Wink, wink.
Do you require anything else from me, my friends, or am I good to hit the road and head to Red Forts?
Just do you think we could have like a manifest of all your of all the people that work here, so we can like address them if we need to? Not
being taken
not
care of.
internally for investigation, but like who I need to call if I need like another towel. Is it all Lumiere? Is he kind of a concierge for this stay?
Lumiere is a perfect concierge for this stay.
He kind of
if
does
you will,
it all.
I'm gonna give you guys a little something of mine while I'm away. He kind of pulls something right out of his pocket. It's a little bell.
Oh no.
If you
Should I
ring
ring
this
it?
bell, and it's not in a disrespectful way, if you will, it doesn't make any sound as you ring it. It magically lets him know that there are. Oh, sorry. You all are okay with that?
I don't need a bell. I'm okay.
No, I have it right here.
Okay.
I have it.
I understand it is touchy subject for some. But if you're okay with holding the magical item, just keep it hidden from the crowd, if you will. Don't need any follow-ins back to my manor, if you will.
I would never.
Appreciate it. Well, anything else that's required of me?
Do we just have one bell, or is everybody provided?
Oh, I can. He pulls another out of his pocket and gives you.
No.
Hey,
Do we need more?
what size
We don't need more.
what size shoe do you wear?
In my splint greaves, I wear a 9, but in my daily walking shoes, I wear an 11.
Whoa.
That's a big difference.
They run a little big.
Oh.
They
okay.
walk. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just in case we see.
It depends on how the smith really makes the greaves. You know what I mean? I mean, you make them in a
Oh,
9
trust
there.
me,
they're
I
typically
know
big.
all about a faulty blacksmith.
Of
Believe
course.
you me, I know.
Of course. We'll talk about that another time whenever I'm back, as he kind of pats you over the shoulder. Please excuse me, as he kind of stands up and goes, see you in, well, tonight's night. Tomorrow morning I'll be there.
3
Another
days.
morning from now.
Are you not joining us for dinner?
No, of course. I'll let you guys enjoy that on your own. As he begins to exit, Lumiere comes in with a few other staff, if you will, and they set a beautiful meal in front of you with grape juice, wines if you asked for it, and so forth. As Lumiere kind of just stands in the room, as you know that he's here for if you need anything.
There's a frog on my plate.
I'm sorry. They're working on finding one in the courtyard right now. I do apologize for but we have cooked frog here for you. They're finding one. I'll let you know when they do.
That's gross.
And worst case, we'll bring it to your bedroom later and get it.
Frog? Why would you cook a frog?
Well, because it's the way that most of us eat. I mean,
I just wanted a friend.
I
wasn't gonna eat him.
you. I'll step outside the room while
I
you all
just
enjoy
wanted
your
a
meal.
friend.
As he shuts his door, behind him.
You have your friend.
It's okay.
No.
Yeah, you have your
okay.
brother right
Are
there.
they gonna cook him too?
No.
No.
Hey, Lumiere, don't cook his
Yes.
brother. That's his brother. It's
I-
not like blood, like his best friend. Don't cook him now.
I would never. Haragon are a respected race that are hunted
And
amongst.
frogs aren't? You don't respect
Whoa,
frogs?
Well,
you kind of get into some rocky territory there, my friend. Just
I don't want to be canceled. He kind of shuts the door and just kind of walks.
My stomach doesn't feel good now.
it's okay.
I mean, it didn't feel good at the beginning.
Hey. I'm gonna ring the.
Yeah, you ring the bell and he just.
Just
He is.
take this away. He's about to cry.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. We'll try and find you a live
Goblins
one.
can't physically cry. We don't have the tear ducts.
Oh, my
It's
mistake.
just sweat.
So you have sweat glands but not tear ducts?
Well, I don't have sweat glands, but most goblins do.
If they're eyeballs.
You're strange.
It's not polite to call somebody strange.
No, it's true. See what I can do with my arm?
I don't know what to say to that.
Double jointed, I just bend it backwards.
Oh.
My,
You hear a giant crack?
my character attempts to sneak out the room before Marrow can notice.
Roll stealth check.
Oh, I'm not looking.
Roll stealth check with advantage.
Okay, I got other friends I'm worried about now. I'll look back later.
I don't know how that happened.
Just
Do we want to go with that or roll?
Yeah.
What is it?
18.
Sure. With an 18, you silently get up from your chair. Are you just trying to hide from him, or everybody as you're kind of leaving?
Just mostly hide from him.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully do so, as the other one of you see. And Lumiere is out in the hallway. Are you ready to go do Coda's?
I'm actually going to go investigate the back door, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Move right ahead. Down that right hall, 3 steps to the right, 4 steps to the left. Kind of take another turn, and then as you kind of take a turn, you're going to see a big glass window. Take a right at that big glass window. Make your way down that hall, and then take one more left, and then you're going to be at the double back door entrance. It was the left back door.
Could you guide me?
I have to be at their
Fair.
beck and
Do you
call.
have someone who could guide me?
I don't. Most of the staff are asleep at this.
How about a map? It seems a little...
I believe in you.
Well, I'll excuse myself if I do get lost. I
That's all
will
right.
refer to you.
There's not many people who live here, so.
Okay. My character attempts to
You
head
head
that
towards the back door.
It's a lot of directions.
It's a lot of directions.
Should have wrote it down.
As dinner proceeds.
I think that Talia can only stomach the smell so much. It doesn't really feel like eating and happens to notice Powder get up and might get up and follow him.
Were they talking about me when they were saying something about a shower?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm definitely
Mordecai
up off the
was-
table at this point. And I'm just
Mordecai-
trying to
Mordecai was
slip down to the door to follow you as well.
What you do with yourself is up to you.
I just don't know how.
do you need someone to show
I'm sure the
I-
servants
yeah.
would be.
You could ask your friend, Powder.
It appears Powder's left. Best not to bother him for the rest of the night, please.
Powder.
Just- Yes.
Go.
He probably went to sleep. Let
He
him.
never
Let
leaves
him.
without telling me.
That must be how.
Roll a
child-
deception. Roll a deception at disadvantage.
Deception check if he really believes it.
I don't believe it.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm trying to deceive myself.
Yeah, we're gonna see if you
That's a 1. I don't even believe it.
See in his truest heart, he's like, no, he doesn't.
No, it doesn't
It's
actually.
okay. He probably went to go and sleep. You can ask one of the staff. I would assume they would be able to help you. Whether or not they'd be willing is another thing.
Well, do you guys want to help me?
I have
Be
matters
like
to attend to.
our first thing is like a team. Like a team building
A group
exercise.
shower.
And
I think
after
not.
he says team,
Before Takashi and Hrothgar leave the room, I'm gonna use one of my things. I'm just gonna roll a d6.
Yeah.
Alright. For the next 3 hours, I can psychically or I can telepathically speak to the 2 of you as long as we're within a mile.
2 of who?
What'd you use?
That's terrible.
I use my psychic whispers.
Perfect.
So pretty much think of it like almost as like a walkie-talkie between the 3.
Can they talk back?
Yes.
It's between Takashi and
Myself, Takashi, and
Hrothgar.
Hrothgar.
Hello.
So yeah, for the next 3 hours we can do this, and you're just gonna hear me. I'll be like, sounds like we should get started somewhat. Just tell me if you need me. Good luck.
I'll go check the showers in case they came in through the drains.
You know, honestly, crazier things have happened before.
Lumiere kind of overhears that and peeks his head in. I would recommend running them. Sometimes they can come in through the top while you're in there. If you run them, and there's a beautiful plant right on the wall, it's a herb.
Yes.
I can imagine if you rub that on your body, it could give you some insight. Of course, not magically, as he kind of winks at you, to figure out where they came from.
Oh yeah. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm gonna take a shower, boys.
Down the hall, to 3 doors to the left.
Oh, that's just
Okay,
So who's all left in the hall? Is it just me at this point?
It's just you
I
and
think everyone's filed
You.
out by this point. Yeah.
All right. So at this point, I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna take the pellet. I'm just gonna yell, Lumiere.
Yes, sir. Kind of comes on over. What can I do for
I'm
you?
gonna grab the bottle of wine that's at the table and be like, hey, have a drink with me, friend.
Oh my gosh. I knew that he said that there were going to be many adventurers from across the realm coming, but I didn't expect.
What was with that smelly guy? Do you know him?
No, he reeked on the way up. I had to shut the window so that the smell wouldn't come out. Typically, smell, it's pungent, but it stays within if you put it. Just reeked.
Still leaked out?
I don't know what's going on.
What about
with
that
him.
other rabbit guy that was with him? Did he die?
They did come together. He seems to be denying the friendship, but I feel like that's.
No, I don't know.
That might be something. He accused you and the other of a romantic connection. Maybe he's just trying
to deflect. Or maybe he was. Maybe he was kind of like personificating, like maybe he wants a relationship with the beautiful young lady.
You never know. If you guys are going to stay together for a while, I presume that you would keep an eye on them and make sure that romantic interest sparks.
Oh, I keep an eye on just about everybody. It's kind of like a hyena's instinct.
Of course.
Not like a real hyena though.
Yeah, no, of course. We wouldn't dare turn into a magical being as he kind of winks at you.
No, we wouldn't.
Hyenas in this world.
Yeah, no. So, do you enjoy your job?
I love my job. The Mordecai Rinrath treats us very well, in fact, he took me in when I was just a little kid.
Really?
Helped, especially after I lost my family from the last infernal affliction. Demons came in and slaughtered them. I'm sure many people who live down in Casmerian Bay experienced the same thing, but
It was horrible.
it was.
So, did he kind of take you in under his wing? Like,
Yeah,
are you close to him?
I wasn't close to him at all. He came through the town. He was delivering some wine, to a local brewery, and he saw me out on the streets begging for gold. And next thing I knew, I'm in his wagon with him, and we're coming back here.
Wow, Richie Rich over here. Wow.
Well, he's just a good man. He wasn't rich at the time.
Oh, he didn't have his family's legacy yet?
His family was not necessarily rich. When he says he's self-made, he's being humble. He's done a lot by himself.
Not married? No kids? Nothing? Must be is he lonely? Is he a sad, lonely man?
He finds fulfillments in the aid of others, if you will.
So he's like a philanthropist.
In a way, of course, yes. You could say he's a Samaritan.
A good
That's
Samaritan?
what some have called him. I don't necessarily need to put the adjective good behind it. Typically, if you're a Samaritan, you are a good Samaritan, but...
Oh. I mean, sure. More power. He seems like a nice guy. I mean, he brought us here. He's putting us up in this nice castle. He's got a lovely fireplace that helps, just light up the room. I'm sure there's multiple fireplaces.
One in every bedroom. And
Really?
guest room as well.
What do they did they go to a central chimney?
Yeah, we kind of have it all. I'd have to get up there and show you all the units, but that'd take a lot of time. We don't have to do that tonight, but they all kind of float through.
So there's one in every room.
Every room.
Kitchen,
Kitchen.
bedroom,
Bedroom.
bathroom,
Bathroom.
office.
Office.
How big are the chimneys? I mean, do you
Some
have to
small,
sweep
some
them?
big, That's what a lot of the maids go around and do.
So they're all some of them are chimney sweeps.
Yeah.
So do they do they differ, like the size of the chimney determines the chimney sweep?
I tell you what, if you go experience all these different rooms, you can see them yourself.
No,
It's more magical in person. I wouldn't
I'm
want to
fine
take that
just sitting here
experience away from
drinking with you. I'm gonna
Oh.
pour him another drink. I'm gonna pour myself another drink.
Thank you. I don't drink too much, to be honest with you.
Whenever you work here,
I
I figured you guys would be a little crazy.
no drinking on the job, if you will.
Oh, well. Your boss isn't here. You're with a good friend. I mean, the fire's going. You
Yeah,
ate it
of
full.
course.
Did you eat? Do you need a meal?
I haven't eaten much today, to be honest.
I'm gonna take just someone's uneaten plate that I got up because of the stench and be like, here.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, these meats are good. Do you help get them? Do you
Yeah.
source them?
It's awesome. I don't hunt them.
No? You source them? Do you have like vendors coming in and out all the time doing stuff for the building?
Oh, yeah, here and there.
Does anybody, is there any vendors that are here all the time? Like, oh, the meat vendor's here. This guy's bringing the ice
I would
cubes.
say there's some personal maids and butlers that live here 24/7, but
They come in
the
and
gods come and go.
Do they all have like keys or something? Or you have to knock, like a special knock, like a
There's a
dum-
special thing, kind of whispers over to you. There's magic to get in here. I hope that doesn't offend you, but they all have special spells that we've given them too. open certain doors that only the.
So like the bathroom needs a special door?
No, just to get in and out of the building.
Oh. So like the front door has one, the back door has one, the side doors.
Yes, sir.
Does everybody or only specific people know like what code goes to what door? Like could you use the front door code on the back door?
No. They're
So
different doors.
No. That's crazy to me. I never really understood magic, you know? I mean, like, people around me did magic, but I grew up, you know, fighting with my hands, playing in the dirt. I never casted a spell or nothing like that.
I can't say I'm one who has magical tendencies either, but I do think it's important to protect those who are hurt by the cruel church and along with the king, Matthias, ever since he sent that decree out 35 years ago. Seems unfair what's happening to
You
people.
guys don't like them around here, I suppose.
I don't like people who hurt others who aren't deserving of being hurt. Just kind of smiles.
Me too, brother, me too. Me and you are probably gonna be good friends. I hope you stick around a while, because...
I will indeed be around a while.
You want another... Here, and I...
No,
I insist. Come on, we're talking, we're chatting, we're having a good time. You feeling good yet? I kind of slap him on the chest.
Feeling great.
Wonderful. I haven't had too much good company lately. It's kind of been
course.
on the go always, you know.
He's gonna make a Constitution saving throw to see. He's starting to feel it. No, I mean, yeah, I'm always on the go. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, going from this place to that place. Do you travel with Mordecai often, or do you stay at the house?
Personally, whenever he lets me, man. I mean, you know, I just.
Did he take you a lot of places? I mean, if you're like his like not like son, but like protege. If
I'm like his right hand man, if you will.
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Son
You're
never had,
the big
you know?
guy. You're the right hand man.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Like you could go anywhere. You could get into any door. You could
Yeah,
do whatever you wanted.
We do go many places.
Yeah. So why didn't you go with him tonight? Is it because we're here? You can be honest. I'm understanding. You know, like you guys in Magic, me and you.
Mordecai used to just let people stay without, you know, observation, if you will. But
Really?
after what happened, he's making sure that I or the Royal Knights stay on the premises a lot.
Oh my goodness. So this is like a new thing. So like this is
Brand new.
Is this like
Spanking
your first time not going with him?
Well, then, there's some adventures he goes on by himself and journeys, but
Really?
most of
He
them
leave
I
you?
accompany.
How does that make you feel like upset? I'd be upset.
It doesn't make me feel upset by any means. My master has his reasons. I trust him with my life.
Yeah, that's good. It's nice to have that sense of trust and community, you know what I'm saying? You guys all good friends around here?
As again sets his drink down. Yes, we are. I must get going. I gotta look after the others.
Oh, well, you were just getting started.
He kind of smiles at you and just. Oh, I can't even imagine what kind of havoc they're causing around
How
the
about
mansion.
this? The bottle's almost gone. We'll finish it up. We'll go on our way.
Ah, if you insist.
And I pour the rest of the bottle into his cup.
As we'll pan back to you, we'll start left to right, going around the table. Zendra, where are you heading in the mansion?
First things first. I'm gonna go and find the office. Does it take me much searching, or does it seem like kind of apparent? Like
Pretty
we just get
pretty plain layout. Second floor has all the rooms, the office, the showers. First floor has a lot of meeting rooms, a lot of intricate designs. The grand hall kind of connects it all together, if you will.
So yeah, I'll go find the office, and I'm first just gonna want to look around. I'm not like trying to snoop through files and things, but see if things look amiss. Is there any obvious clues to like, oh, they immediately knew what they were looking for, they went and found it? Or
As you enter into the office immediately, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Do you know the DC I need to make?
Yes.
Okay, does a 17 beat it? Okay, cool. I don't know what I'm doing.
With a 17 investigation, you begin to look around the office. In here, on the west side wall, there is indeed a fireplace in here that is currently going with nobody attending to it. As you look, this beautiful mahogany desk sits in the middle of the room. A glass window has a beautiful view of off the cliffside, leaning out to the sea, if you will. The right wall is kind of filled with bookshelves and whatnot, and he has a little office chair behind his desk. With initial investigation, you begin to look around. None of the books were really touched. The fireplace seems to be stoked and going as usual just by one of the butlers. As you make your way up to the mahogany desk, you begin to look necessarily at the drawer that is locked. I need you to roll me an Arcana check, please.
A 18.
18? Probably. You almost smell, almost from inside the lock, a little magical, almost fire. Almost like singed and melted the metal, if you will. But so slightly that a key can still go in and unlock it and open it as if it were normal. But you can tell something was altered with a little bit of fire on the inside.
So something on the inside of the locks.
As you are finishing up in there, you make your way. First of all, roll me a directions check.
Is that a thing?
No, not at all.
14.
You remember these directions perfectly as you wind your way through these hallways, making your way to the back door. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that seems out of the ordinary by this back door.
Yeah.
I think that's
Go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
it. 12.
12. With a 12, you don't notice anything. Nothing looks forced, nothing looks different. Seems you kind of open it from the inside and the outside, it's moving just fine.
I'm going to attempt to ring the bell.
Of course. So we cut back to this scene real fast. Oh, I must be going. The bell's being run. Forgive me. As he kind of runs out of the room and goes down the hall and leaves.
What the fucker?
He kind of comes to your... Ah, yes, I'm sorry. It took me a minute. I was stumbling a little bit. A lot of halls.
Oh,
What can I do for you?
Are you okay?
I'm doing
you're
great.
Stumbling a bit.
Yeah, no, I'm all good.
I need for my alchemist. I don't know if you have one or you can find one in this dimension, but do you have a flask by chance? Empty flask?
No, I don't.
Ah, shame. Do you know any way of procuring one, or?
I'm sure there's some in the kitchen.
Could you give me
Out that
guidance
way.
to there? Where's
I
the
mean,
kitchen?
I will say I'm more than happy to guide you there, but it's getting kind of late and curfew is going to be soon, and we don't really allow much Roman bodies around the mansion.
I totally understand.
Past a certain
I just
time.
need to grab it real quick and I'll be gone.
Of course, he kind of guides you back to the dining room with him sitting there drinking wine, into the kitchen door, and he hands you a flask.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
I shall be returning to my quarters. Where are they exactly?
Upstairs to the right, rooms 1 through 6.
Wonderful. Upstairs to the right. What room is mine specifically?
Whatever one he wants.
I'll go up to the room, and I will take room 5.
Perfect.
And I'm going to go ahead and use my experimental elixir.
Yeah, what are you making?
So it says... One second. You can go ahead and come back to me. I'll try
Yeah,
again.
of course. Just let me know whenever you wake up in the morning.
Thank you.
Takashi, you exit the dining hall just about the same time as Talia does. You guys make your way out into the hallway. What happens?
Where should we look first? I feel like the office.
I was wanted to see where Powder was heading towards the back door.
We could do that too. Did you hear what the directions were?
I personally did not know.
I only heard the second half. It sounded like it was long.
And what was the second half?
I know we're taking a right when we see the big window and then going to the left.
And as you guys are having this conversation, Luminaire walks out with Powder. It's room 5 for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Oh, what can I do for you guys?
He's right there. Did you ever find the back door?
Yes, I did.
Was there anything there?
Nothing that I can see, but I don't think I had the best knowledge of it. Something kind of seemed a little off, but...
Would you be able to guide us back?
So I would be, but Lumiere said something about curfew, and I already have bugged him so many times.
Over the intercom. That totally exists in this non-technological world. Magic. Which some of you may be offended by, but... this is Lumiere. To all of your quarters in 10 minutes, please. 10 minutes. Prosecutors, trespassers, if you will be prosecuted accordingly.
Powder, we
Thank
have
you.
10 minutes. You think you can get us there?
I can tell you the directions because I remember them perfectly.
It was about a 5-minute walk to the back door.
Yes, so I will attempt to recite the direction.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
You. Now I forgot. Okay, 1 second.
You already got there. You don't need to remember now.
That's amazing.
Why? Okay, that is a 14.
15, it would have been just right. You give them directions, but you guys will indeed not make it to the right back door. You guys will make it to the west door.
Ooh.
That you think is the back door. As you reside to your quarters for the night, you all make it to the west door. And as you get here, immediately it reads west door on it.
So we know it's the wrong door. He gave us the wrong directions.
Idiot.
How do we get back? Do you remember how to get back?
Well.
Do we remember how to get back? Oh, slay.
Oh, okay.
I guess we should head to our rooms if we have a 10-minute curfew and it's been 5 minutes. She looks at her imaginary, non-magical watch.
I guess we wouldn't want to break any rules night one, so.
No. I'm not about rule breaking.
Just make your way back to your rooms.
I'm showering.
It so happens that he described how to get to the showers as to get to room 3 and then into a personalized bathroom. But what are you looking for as you're here in the showers?
I mean, obviously I'm investigating everything. I'm investigating any kind of herbs, and just to I'll take in samples.
Sure.
I'm turning the water on, clothes on. Probably need it anyway. So I'm basically just stuffing my poncho full of herbs and turning the water on, and just looking around, just staring up at the thing.
Roll me a
Let's do that
first perception check.
Sure.
Are you actually getting in the water or just looking at it?
Yeah, I'm in it.
Okay.
I'm
If
in
you
it while I'm looking at
succeed
it.
Oh,
a
okay.
13 on this perception check.
Yeah, 24.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Got it. 11.
Okay.
With an 11, you can tell something in this room, this bathroom, has been magically masked, almost as if they're masking an odor.
I'm good at those. Alright. Okay. How many stalls are there? What does the bathroom look
It's
like?
your personalized
Oh, it's a
bathroom.
personalized bathroom.
Yep. Room 3.
Oh. God, I'm gonna check like the door seal.
Sealed?
Well, I'm gonna check and make sure it's not like magically, because they're masking something.
Oh yeah, with your Arcana check, there's no magic on the door
It's
to
the whole bathroom.
It's not the whole bathroom necessarily. You feel it coming from the shower.
Got it. Alright, I'm gonna go out of my room. Soaking wet. I didn't dry off.
As you exit soaking wet, I presume, clothed.
Yeah,
and enclosed.
You see Takashi and
Hey.
Talia running by to get to their rooms.
Talia just looks, immediately goes into door number 1. Just doesn't want any of that dripping nonsense.
I'm just gonna have a good one.
I'm gonna follow Takashi.
Which room do you go to?
Which room's it? I'll go to room number 2.
You follow him into his room. These rooms are pretty standard. Full-size bed, fireplace, a window that looks out over the town. As you'd be on the north side of the
I'm
building.
gonna go check out his bathroom. Same checks.
Perception then Arcana.
Shit. 7. So no.
You got distracted by being in a room with a friend. That just means a lot to you.
Oh.
I noticed he walked right into my bathroom, so I'm just gonna. What you doing, bud?
There's some magical mischief going on in my dormitory, if you will.
Yeah, why don't we go check it out? And
Okay,
I
yeah.
guide him to the door.
Yeah.
And then I
was
open the door.
looking up at the. I was looking up
Close
at the.
it.
I was looking up at the.
As he
I
pushes
don't
you
know what it's called.
into your room and shuts the door.
Takashi?
Alone you sit.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Alright, I'm just gonna stare at the door. I don't need to sleep, so.
Fair enough. Before we come back to you, you made your way to your room already, or
I'm
Send it.
still in the office.
what else would you like to look at in this office?
So pretty much nothing seemed out of place except for what I could tell was something with this lock. So while it's still going on, at least I'll inform my 2 connections of what I found with the lock, so they know that. I guess I'll try to pick the lock, or can I do a check to see if somebody did something to the lock, or if it was the lock itself that I'm sensing the magic from? If that makes sense, where it's like, is it the lock itself is producing the fire to stop
Did he,
from
is
being
it
locked
own
in,
magical lock?
or is it somebody
Somebody fiddled with it.
lit it on fire somehow too?
Roll me an investigation.
Do you know your DC for this? Because
I do.
saying I need to know if I failed.
Looking at 20.
That's gonna be a 21.
Observing from what you've seen in this house so far, it seems that something happened to this lock, and not all of his locks catch on fire internally or melt.
In that case, I will try to pick the lock then,
Sure.
just to see if I can get it open to where I can maybe try to start looking through the lock itself.
Go and roll me a sleight of hand check, please, sir.
It's gonna be a 19.
Perfect. As you roll a 19, you feel a little bit of a wiggle. Your lockpick breaks. And as your lockpick breaks, the door to the room kind of opens up. Oh, Zendra. As Lumiere enters, is there anything I can help you with? It's about to be crafty at time.
Well, I mean, seems like you've dealt with some people who at least could use magic of their own, so.
Of course.
And we
No.
all know that magic's against the law here, so.
As Mordecai said, we'll be launching an internal investigation for any matters inside of the home, if you will.
Okay.
But thank you for the information. As she
Alright.
kind of
Have a good night,
pulls
Louis.
you out. Room 6 and 3 are available. As he kind of smiles and looks towards you.
Okay. I'll start walking up, and I guess I'll go to room 6.
Kind of comes back to the dining hall with you. It was a pleasure, but I think it's time for you to reside to your quarters. Walking your friends were all around the mansion.
Yeah, I do that, I guess. I don't know. This is my first time in a house with any of them.
Oh,
So
of course.
maybe that's normal. Maybe it's
My
not.
apologies for assuming.
No, you're okay. You know what they say about assuming. It doesn't apply here.
Looks up and kind of. Alrighty. If I may, I'll see you to your room and make sure that you all are ready
Wonderful.
for the night.
I mean, show me the way, I guess.
Yeah, of course. He leads you to room 3 and opens the door to see Marrow staring at the door. Oh, my bad. Not this one. And kind of shuts it.
Say nothing or do nothing.
He guides you to the last open room. Good night.
Pleasure, friend. I'll see you in the morning.
Pleasure meeting you.
Gotta do a few things before.
Yeah.
First I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the experimental elixir and the empty vial I have, which makes the elixir.
Okay.
Nothing happens until someone drinks it.
Perfect.
I'm going to investigate the room to make sure there's no magic or like kind of surveillance.
Well, may I Arcana check?
That's probably not going to that is a 9.
You are not being watched. There's no security in the room or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just normal room.
Then finally, before I go to sleep, I'm going to cast. Is there windows in the room, or is it just?
There is. There's a window that Alex is seeing back.
Alright. I'm going to.
Or sorry, the town in front. My apologies.
I'm going to cast a snare, but before the door and before the window.
Of course. You do some. As you all get ready to lie down for the night. I think that's a good time as any as the moon shines bright. And our first night in the house comes to a close. I think we're going to take a break. We will be right back. Welcome back. Alrighty. As we head to all of you having a night's sound rest. Nothing bothers you throughout the night. You gain the abilities of a long rest if that would help anybody, but not much has happened just yet. So, as we come and sun rises, how early do you all wake up?
Oh.
Marrow doesn't sleep.
Up when the sun comes up.
I'm also up when the sun comes up.
Early riser.
Up on schedule at 4:30.
4:30.
As soon as I hear movement from door number 4. 5.
My character's staying asleep for a while.
He, for some reason.
As you all wake up and reconvene in the grand foyer, the day is yours. Where would you like to go?
Alright, well, Lumiere gave us a few people to go and see. Would anybody like to branch out, or?
I mean, splitting up probably would be our best option.
I got really lonely last night. I don't want to split up.
Well, you can go with your brother.
No.
No?
He does. I think the power of them combined might be too much for some of these townsfolk who aren't as used to outsiders. We should. How about, since you and Talia here know each other well enough, you guys take Marrow, go see about some of the bars and inns that we were told, and me and my one-time associate Takancho here, we're gonna take Powder. We're gonna go ask the guards about.
We'll keep a good eye on them for you.
I don't think that even caused a problem. I don't know why I'm.
No, not like that. We just want him to know that we're gonna keep you safe.
He must be a suspect if the two are taking him, I guess.
No.
No.
He doesn't know where
Yeah,
he's-
he wasn't even here. That's right.
Could you all do me a favor though? If you're going into town, see if you can get some more class. Oh,
I don't feel too good about it. We need this thing together.
no, please no.
No, I think he's right. And what I'm saying is, if these two got to stay together, I think we might as well all stay
There's
together
no reason
at that
for us
point.
to Then why are we splitting?
Okay.
I hate to split them up, and at that point,
Yeah.
then
You know-
it's 2, 2, and 2, and that doesn't seem fair. So we
Okay.
should
No,
probably.
we should definitely split up.
Hey, it's okay.
Hey,
I don't think you
Well,
can be that.
So,
I took
a
does
shower,
anybody
you know.
have anything we need to do then before we go and
well, I mean,
find out these suspects? You said
Me and-
there was something you were wanting
The
to
more
do.
flasks I have, the better.
me and
off I
Talia
am.
were
Would
talking
you like
this
to
morning.
go and
We were.
go to Lala's Twisted Goods, see if
There
she
were
has some
flasks
of
in the
this?
kitchen.
There were flasks in the kitchen. Oh,
Yeah, I already took one.
but did you were talking about minerals? Did you want to go and?
Yeah, that sounds like a great place
Okay,
for
we'll make a
minerals.
first stop there, and then
Then go see.
I'd say we'd
Town
probably
guard?
see the town guard first, just because
Yeah.
they would know the general layout, and
That's what Talia was saying.
they
this
could
morning.
send us to the taverns if they think
I
we
think
might
they would
find
be
anything.
helpful if they are friends with Lord Mordecai.
All right.
He's not really a lord. I talked to him about this last night. He has no sort of lordship or religious affiliation whatsoever. I think it's just a nickname he's branded himself with.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes we all have nicknames.
I've been
Yeah.
branded.
What? With the nickname?
No, but a stick.
Oh.
Like
I
they
am,
poked you with a stick.
Oh, that made.
Yeah.
Did he get
Oh.
infected? I
Well,
mean,
Oh.
Everything's kind of infected.
oh.
Where did you get branded at?
But yeah, I lift up my shirt. Just an SP on it.
Who
What is-
branded you?
SP. It's
Ziggurat.
right there.
That's very. You're very
And
upset.
that's why.
You're very-
That's why she's the head detective right there. That was astute. Astute.
Don't help.
Sorry.
Alright.
Don't
So-
help.
You wanted to go to the shop. Let's go see what we can find for
Yes,
you.
quite. And thank you for your assistance earlier. And my character will slip her an experimental elixir.
Perfect.
Should I take this now? Please.
Yes, go ahead. Just it might come in handy.
All right. Down drink.
Alrighty.
Oh, no, drink it now. Don't drink it now.
You already did.
Said to take it now.
It sounds like our group of adventurers are heading towards the guard post once we resolve
Yes.
this.
She needs to roll the d6 if she drank
You
it.
roll for me. It's your
Oh
potion.
goodness.
You said to take it now. I took it now. I didn't know you meant just like
I
take
thought-
it. I thought you meant
yeah.
drink it.
Like,
Okay.
take it
Physically
now, not
take
take
from
it
my
out.
hand.
You know?
Do not
Alright,
drink
here
it
we go.
yet.
You restore 2d4 plus my intelligence modifier of health.
Well,
I think you're full.
Topping off.
There you
It's,
go.
I don't think it did anything, but maybe that's why we're gonna go and get you some more
There we go.
reagents.
We'll just do that. I'll take the empty vial.
You guys head through the town of Rockfield. Early on in the morning, the town comes alive, if you will, with all sorts of commoners walking around the streets, families out enjoying on this weekend day, sun shining bright in the sky. With that being said, as you begin to make your way, you hear bells going off throughout the town. You hear merchants dealing on the side. You feel almost like they said you would. I feel like you belong. As people are passing you on the street, they're waving hi, trying to smile at you, stop and have conversation. Some try and invite you to the next church service next week. But all these people are rather friendly. Almost eerily friendly. But accepting and nice. Warm and cozy, if you will. As you guys make your way fast approaching down to the guard shack, it is most literally right by the grand entrance of Rockshield. A little wooden shack with a white door on the back of it and a little window, almost like a ticket booth, if you will, that kind of just goes up and down.
We can walk up to the window and kind of knock on it. Anyone home?
What?
Excuse me, sir. Are you town's guard?
1 second, please. Goes around, fumbles around a little bit, walks out the back white door and comes around. Barrett at your service, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have something to report? A suspicious activity going on with any magic?
No magic.
No magic?
That would be terrible.
Does this concern me,
That'd
then?
be bad.
I have something to report.
Oh, yeah, what can I do for you?
Everyone's a little too friendly.
Please
They're like-
excuse my friend here.
Yeah.
As-
Now, even I know people aren't that friendly to me.
As his already pale face turns even paler at this thing that you share with him, his blonde flowing hair, his typical guard garments with the tree of Erosi on his chest over his chainmail armor, he just kind of looks at you. Is that not good?
I'm not complaining. It's a little weird.
What can I do for you, friends? I got a busy day ahead of me. A lot of people coming and going. Gotta protect the citizens.
Yes.
Wow.
We were told to come talk to you about the break-in that happened.
We're friends of Lord Mordecai. He held you in
Lord.
high esteem.
I'll call him Lord.
I do.
Well, fair enough.
Do you have any information
Information
for us?
about what? Kind of looks at you.
You really want to play
Crinkles
this
his
game?
nose. I don't want to play no game necessarily.
Well, good. Then just give us the information.
But, I mean, what do you want to know? 3 people came in the other night, broke into his house.
Okay. And
What do they look like?
what's the information?
Well, they came in all hooded, masked up. I mean,
Oh, so
What do
they
you-
had hoods and masks?
yeah, they came in the middle of the day, though, so I kind of put my scouts on it to follow them. But that's all you're getting from me for free, if you know what I mean.
Where,
Kinda
where are your
smiles.
scouts?
Yeah, I thought,
Oh, I know what you mean. So how about this? You're gonna keep telling us information, and you'll stay in the good graces of the town because such a hero as yourself would do whatever it takes to make sure that something this wrong was righted.
it's true.
What she said.
You're here in the service of the crown, are you not?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Wait one moment before you do anything. Talia is going to reach over and just gently ask you if she can cast a cantrip on you before you do anything. She wants to cast guidance.
Sure.
Will you
So-
roll me a sleight of hand check, please?
Well, is guidance, what BSM does guidance have?
Is it verbal, somatic, or...
It's verbal and somatic. All I have to do is touch you. You have to be willing, though.
Roll
Once
me a
before the spell
sleight of
ends.
hand check with your verbal.
Do they have goggles I can see?
This one.
Oh my god. It's a 7. Somebody push me.
Looks for under a 5 here.
No.
As he's in conversation with you and Talia kind of touches you back.
Well, you smell our friend
Oh.
over here? He
Oh.
he kind of doesn't smell too well. I'm sorry about the stench.
Oh.
We tried to shower him last night, but
If-
nothing
if-
really works.
No.
If you need reassurance, I have all my proper documentation. Don't you worry. I know why you're looking at me, because you're a good town guard. I've got all my paperwork from the church. Thank you for your hard work and dedication.
What are you talking about? Paperwork from the church.
Politics.
Only certain people
can
from
I
the
see your
church.
paperwork, please?
Absolutely. Talia reaches back behind her hooded cloak into a very small pouch that she has. She unfolds a small little piece of paper and hands it over to you. It is stamped and signed.
This checks out.
Thank you, sir.
I
And
didn't
I
know you were
appreciate
such a
you
church
doing.
festival.
Oh,
Official.
very
Are you
devout, very
attending the
devout.
festival tonight?
of course.
For
I would never miss
Clergyman
it.
Hoth?
Of course.
Oh, well.
The great clergyman.
You
I
guys
would
told
not
me you were
miss
working
that.
for the church, and I would have told you what you needed to know. I mean,
Wasn't it
Yes.
clergy?
You said
Clergy rock.
Clergyman Hoth.
Clergyman Hoff, yeah, he's the leader of this town, right-hand man of the king. He kind of works for the church specifically
Talia
and
looks at you as you're
heads all
staring
the
at her with-
operations.
Yes. So now that you
Yes, if
understand-
you guys are church officials, I
Hold
mean,
on.
Yes, don't be
it would not be of
suspicious.
me to step in the way of our good Lord.
Don't be suspicious if I have to use magic to
No,
serve my Lord.
Well, let everybody know that
I
you're
mean,
good.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom. Oh wait,
back
sorry.
to
Yes.
information, please. We're obviously here on business. Time is of the
Yes.
essence.
Some scouts of mine kind of followed him throughout. I can tell you this much. They rented out a tent out in the festival grounds that are going to be taking place tonight. I wouldn't necessarily recommend going down there before nightfall hits, personally. That's just my opinion, because these guys seem... the vibe they've been giving off and what we've picked up from them, and a few of their incidents that happen around town is they are unspoken.
Have you detected any magic from them?
Me, personally, no.
No.
But your scouts or somebody else has.
Well, not necessarily detected magic. There was a body that turned up down on the shoreline.
Oh.
It seemed to have stab wounds in it, but around those stab wounds almost seemed as if there were fire marks, if you will.
Oh.
But they lined up really closely with just like normal stab marks from like a really blunt dagger. I don't know why they killed him. He was just an innocent man. He was on his way to get milk for his family.
That's horrible.
What was the? Do we know his name?
I was a commoner. If you'd like to talk to his family, it's the Linwell family. They live down on the south side.
So, if this information is correct, the estate must have notified you rather quickly that there was a break-in.
Yes. Sorry. Slipping my mind. A lot of people I talk to. Themer is a really good guy. He's always around. He lets me know what happens pretty much immediately.
And what does he do at the estate?
He's the right hand of Mordecai, if you will. If
We
his
thought
left
this
hand
about-
moves,
What did you call him? What was his name?
Themer.
No, you're talking about Lumineer.
Oh, sorry. Shit, like I said, I deal with a bunch of different people in my ongoing Lumineer.
Themer? There's
Yeah.
a Themer there too.
No. It's just Lumineer and Themer.
What?
No, it's Lumineer.
He talks to many people. He's probably just getting
Busy
people-
guy,
confused.
serving our Lord.
So,
Serving
yeah,
our Lord.
so
A little confused.
they let you know rather quickly that there was a break-in. You were
Yep.
able to get scouts out to follow them, and
Mhm.
now they are at this tent at the festival, but they have not.
Towards the south side, towards the entrance, actually. You could probably see it from one of the hills.
You had that
Kind
many?
of run a covert ops mission.
You had that many guards during the middle of the night?
This was in the middle of the day they broke in.
The middle of it, yeah. No, the break-in was at night.
The break-in was at night.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what Mordecai told us earlier. That's why he was confused when he said middle of the day earlier.
Well, that's when
That's
we
when
found
you.
the body.
No, that's when you said that robbery happened.
Oh. A lot of robberies, my bad.
Is there?
So the robbery happened at night, and then during the next day, you found the body. And you found the body
Yes,
at
ma'am.
the riverside.
Yes, ma'am.
And how-
Seaside.
How far from the town is that?
Maybe about a mile.
Okay. And then your scouts followed them and saw they have a tent.
They rented a tent
They
out
rented a tent for the
and they're
festival
still
tonight.
there,
there.
from what you
From
know.
what we've seen them go in the tent. They haven't left the tent.
So you've kept an eye on.
Oh, we've been keeping a close eye on them. I could show you the hill that my men have been scoped out at with a little telescope for a few days now.
You ever thought about training a skunk to go into the tent and to spray them as they go out of the tent?
No, I personally haven't.
Maybe.
Not necessarily need to get them out of the tent. The longer they're in there, the better, if you ask me, because they're not killing people.
Did your men see like? Are they human-like? How tall are they? Like.
I'd say hoods and masks. Like I said, I couldn't see much. 6'2". You know, if I had to guess, I'm not that good with height. You know, maybe 5'8", and then one that maybe like 5'4".
So they look like various heights.
Yeah, various.
And you know for sure that they murdered this guy.
Murdered him in cold blood.
Now,
Dead. He's
from
dead.
What my
seen the
scouts have
body?
been saying, all I can tell is that they got these little blunt daggers on their waistband, and so that's just what I'm going with the facts I'm given.
You didn't
Until I have enough evidence to bring.
You haven't questioned him.
No, until I have enough evidence
Even
to bring
I
him
haven't
in.
questioned.
Until I have enough evidence to bring him in, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, to be honest.
What-
Until I get them definitively using magic, then we won't waste a second.
Did you at least inspect the body? Like, was there stab wounds? Was there any little punctures?
You
It
said
was-
that there were
Stab
stab
wounds
wounds
that were also scorched with
that were
like a fire.
burns around the edge.
Yeah.
So.
Mm.
It sounds like a very specific type of weapon that would be used.
Sounds
a small
interesting
one.
that these people use blunt daggers. Not very good for poking.
Can we
Right.
take a look at the body?
Personally, the
Sounds
church
like
has
they
to
gotta-
overlook it first.
Well, we're here on official business.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Right.
we can go and see the church.
Clergyman told me he didn't want anything to ruin his birthday.
Well, we did bring him a cake.
I'll ask him myself, and if he says it's okay for you 6 to go look at the body, that'll be cool. And I can do that for you. You want me to go get him?
We should go. Let's go check out this tent. I say we go. Why don't we just go straight to the source and
I
just
think we
question
should
them?
look at the tent too.
Tent, then body?
Let's just question them. Why do we need to look at the
You
body
go
if
ask
the tent solves it
If
all?
we have permission, we're gonna go meet
Doesn't
with your
hurt to
man
look
on the
at
hillside.
I tell you
It's a
what.
dead man.
We're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, except for we don't kill birds. Birds are friends.
Birds and rabbits.
I tell you what,
Frogs.
on his birthday, he doesn't like to be disturbed a lot. He's busy. He's got a lot of people coming and going.
On his birthday,
I-
he doesn't like to be disturbed. He
Until
has
the
a lot
festival.
of people coming and going.
He's got a lot of the realm. A bunch of church officials are coming to celebrate tonight. A
Why
bunch of
do you
pastors.
think we're here?
I understand that, sir, sorry, ma'am, excuse me. Can't tell with your hood and your mask. Are you sure it wasn't you? But anyway,
Oh, you would know if it was me.
oh. Go on your business. I gave you some information without you paying me. Typically, this is my job, but get rich off of it, alright? See that?
You just need money?
I mean, yeah.
I'm happy to give you money if that will get you to go ask clergyman.
Oh.
She reaches to the other side of her hood and unsnaps another little brown packet and jangles it and walks up to you.
How much
and
is
hands
in
it to
here?
you. 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
That's not a lot.
It's not a.
Would you mind?
I'll talk to him.
Thank
He
you.
pockets it. Give me like a few minutes. I'm gonna run up to his estate real fast. You guys hang out right here. Don't go far, okay?
I didn't know all he needed was money, guys. I'm sorry.
I said that
I would have
earlier.
offered much
He
sooner.
coughed and did this motion.
I didn't.
My
I didn't know
character's
what
gonna
that
take out
meant.
their journal.
I've never seen that.
Potential romantic interest for the big barbarian brute knows nothing of gold pieces worth.
I feel like I've been insulted via text lately.
I feel like I have been too, and I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
It's probably just a feeling, guys.
The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up.
Oh, I'm a hare and I'm standing up as well. So.
Not hopping up.
Not hopping.
Yes.
Not
Because
hopping.
that's a stereotype.
That's a stereotype.
That's a
I'm
stereotype.
glad we're all
Dangerous
learning.
stereotype.
Next,
Not hopping.
Yeah, next lesson.
Yep.
Rabbits and goblins are not brothers.
Okay.
No, not by like
Not
marriage
by
or
blood,
blood,
but
but
Nope.
by the power
Love
of
and
friendship, right?
bonding.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Friendship.
No.
Friendship.
You're
No
saying
friendship.
it is impossible.
And I don't stink.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
The
That's a
tent.
matter of opinion.
Shall
Oh.
we?
No, we're supposed to wait. He said he would be right back.
Running back down the hill as fast as he can. I asked for you. He
And
said no.
Hmm.
Give him
All right, we'll be
All
on
right,
our way.
let's
That
go
will
to the
solve the
tent.
problem.
No, let's go.
He
find
also
out.
asked if you're really here on official church business that you don't make a move until nighttime so that he can start his speech before you guys start killing and murdering or stealing back.
We're here for
Whatever.
the church. Why would we kill and murder people?
Well, we could just say that did magic and cover it up.
I think you can reassure the clergyman that however we take care of it, we'll keep him in good graces.
Yes.
On whose authority? What church
Obviously,
do you run?
Hers.
Do I run?
Yeah.
I don't run a church.
Oh,
I
so you're not a
participate in
pastor?
church. No. I participate in the Church of Arcanos.
But if you got that paper, you gotta be a higher up.
Well, they
elder.
don't call me a pastor.
Oh,
She's more of a traveling minister, if you will.
Mm.
roll me deception. With advantage, because she has a paper.
Out of all the people.
Hey, you want a high five real quick? Hey, Zendra. Zendra, just reach out real fast, baby.
You're still behind me. You can just tap me on the back. What does? And she said with advantage, but what does guidance do?
Plus D4.
plus a d4.
12 plus 1. 13 plus 2. Is a 15 gonna beat it? I gotta know yes or no. Does 15
That was
beat
a
it?
yes. That
15
eye roll was
will
a
beat
yes. Slay, Zendra.
That's why, you see, she travels with such capable company. We must keep her safe from
Of course, I've never seen such a group of
Yeah.
protectors. and
those who
bodyguards.
We
mean
all
her
have,
harm.
I mean, you got a Crimson Lotus with you, so.
Yeah. And, I mean, we've
do.
picked up a few stragglers who she's trying to teach the ways.
straggler.
Grace to you, Pastor.
Grace to you, Baron.
But seriously, I recommend you don't approach the tent before nightfall.
No, we're gonna go speak to your men who are overlooking the tent on the hill.
Hey, go for it.
We're still in our
Out the east
information
gate.
gathering. Out the east gate.
Yes, sir.
Is everybody good with that? Anything else?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Let's go.
Thank you, Barrett.
No problem.
Thank you, Baron.
If you need
were
anything, let
very
me know.
useful.
Hey, tell Gorgy Man that I'm in good graces
I certainly
around
will
here.
leave a good word with him.
Thank you.
Blessings, brother.
You guys make your way out of the town to the southeast side. You see the hill, and you see in the daylight, the most obvious telescope that's been set up by these two grunts that are it's just keeling in as this golden reflective, as the sun, Dawnfire, is shining down on it. It's giving off such a glare that anybody would be able to see they're up here. As they're literally laying on their stomachs, crunching on a bag of goodies. They're kind of just looking in. You kind of hear them talking. When the female goes, well, what do you think? You think they're going to come out anytime soon? Oh, no, they've been in there. We haven't taken our eye off since they left. Oh, excuse me, as he stands up.
Hello.
What are you all doing out here? This is crown business, all right?
This is church business.
Barrett sent us. We're here on official church business. We are
He's
making
looked you in
sure-
on our investigation?
No,
That's what
we
we're
let
here
him
to
be a
find
part
out.
of our investigation.
We're here to find out the information you know for
Yes,
Pastor
thumbs
Hoff.
up. You guys are doing great.
I didn't know this was going to be a church-led operation, but if
Well-
you'd like to, by all means, I got some drinking to do personally.
This is taking place on Hoff's birthday, so
I understand. Perfectly, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, let's go,
You
sister.
can't just leave yet.
No,
wait.
we'll take charge of
No.
Let him
the
leave.
looking
You think
device.
so?
well, we need to know
Yeah.
what all you've seen and what all you can recollect about these people in their tent.
Yeah, well, we saw 3 go in about late last night. Haven't came out. Oh, assuming they're waiting to come out
What's
for
the-
when the festival's going to start.
Was the tent already set up prior to
all
them?
these, as you look over the hill to this little pasture, there's about 70, 80 tents already set up, and there's a stage in the middle, little wooden stage in the middle. Think like fire festival.
How do we know that
I was
they...
thinking more of like the festival before the Tri-Wizard tournament and have fun.
There you go.
Mass.
Narnia.
Talia's a little confused. You watched them go into the tent at nighttime?
Yes, last night, and we've been staying,
And last night was
laying
when the
here,
break-in
keeping
happened.
watch. Well, that was a few nights ago.
A few nights ago.
So they only entered the tent last night.
Haven't left.
Okay.
Are you sure they're the same 3 masked, cloaked, hooded, blue-robed people?
I'm sure. And we've been asked by Pastor Lucia herself not to make any advances until tonight.
Yes, we've heard.
We're wanting to capture them and make a showing out of them, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lynching?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. They're bad people, so they deserve to die.
What have they done that's
They do
wrong?
magic, they die.
I don't think that constitutes them to die and
I-
not doing magic.
Kind of looks at you and just kind of.
He was just
Somebody-
testing you in the name of the church.
Roll me a persuasion.
It's gonna be a 15. Does that beat it?
Low roll.
Somebody did die, too. So...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could murder them for murdering somebody, but doing
Hrothgar.
Why we gotta murder people?
we gotta murder nobody. But why? That's all I'm saying. Like,
They-
if you're gonna murder somebody, don't do it for a dumb reason like magic.
We gotta make a statement.
Are we brought to justice?
You see, Marrow, people are like frogs.
I mean, you're like a frog. You guys both hop.
No?
No,
Can't.
Meryl, remember hopping is a
Thank you for
dangerous
all your
stigmatism.
Yeah, you guys, I can't let you go down there.
No.
I've seen
So
him do it though.
we'll let you stay
That's the
here,
thing with scene.
and we're gonna go.
Astigmatism?
I'm
Go
not
about our
educated, man.
I've seen them do it. With the stereotypes that I have in my eyes. A bad eye. It's got a stereotype. I've seen them do it.
I've not done it.
Don't you
So-
mean the stigmatism in your eye, not the stereotype? You
Interchangeable.
idiot!
They're really interchangeable.
Get it right! Or don't speak at all!
So I say we go check in with Pastor Hoff and Lucia and just make sure that they're kept aware of what we've found out so far. And we leave these two just to keep up their watch and...
Personally, I don't think you're gonna get to them. They're getting dressed for tonight's ceremony. It's a sacred ritual.
If we're unable to get to them, we're unable to get to them.
Why
That is on us. And
don't we just find some cool festivities to do until nighttime?
What is there to
Are
do
there
at
any
tonight's
tents available
It's
to
the
rent close to
Cabbage
their tent?
Festival.
They're all sold out, unfortunately. This is why we're up here.
I'm
Best
assuming
vantage
it's a
point.
multi-night festival.
I think it can only be done one night.
Cabbage is much deserving of a multi-day festival.
Cabbage is eternal.
Cabbage was a few nights ago.
Oh, this is not the cabbage? You guys
No.
just have a lot of different festivals.
This is
back
the
to back.
festival
This is
for our
birthday.
birthday of our Lord, Clergyman Hoff.
Hey,
Oh,
Clergy.
so it's just like a birthday party.
It's a birthday bash.
It's a party, and you're gonna. I tell you what, you guys stick around. You're gonna see what happens later
I
tonight.
have only ever been to leafish themed festivals.
Really? You
Yeah.
never been to a birthday blowout?
No.
There's usually cake. Do you ever have cake?
Carrot cake?
I tell
Bobby's-
you what,
you
here's
can't-
what I can promise you.
You can't have carrots.
There's gonna be something better than cake that's handed out tonight.
Like
I
brownies?
can't spoil the surprise.
Guys, there's gonna be brownies tonight.
Well, do you think we should just wait?
Well, I mean, we can
You're-
go and try to see the clergyman
Hold
just
on,
to
wait,
see, because, I mean, there's some very vital information that they...
You're more than welcome
know.
to take our post here. I will
No,
just be going.
we
as
don't-
they
we
kinda
don't-
get
Just
up
hang
and.
out there, friend.
We don't
You're
want
doing a great
to
job.
take away from
Yeah,
you being
we don't
able
wanna
to do
take
your
away from you
chosen
doing the best job
profession.
you can do.
So, I think we're going to leave, and we'll leave you to it.
I'll take over the telescope.
You stay here with them.
He'll stay with you then, just to make sure that we're kept in contact.
May I talk to my friends by chance? My colleagues?
Yeah, of
Real
course.
quick? Having aside from the guards?
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, we'll get back to watching. I mean, just step right over there.
We call
Don't
this
be,
a
don't be seen though.
parlay
We're
or a
really
sidebar.
quiet up here.
Thank you. No, you're watching the telescope.
I'm okay with that fact.
Okay. I don't know if anybody else hasn't quite noticed, but there's something specific going to be handed out tonight.
They said it was brownies.
Yeah, I don't think they said brownies.
They said brownies
specifically.
They said better than cake, and there's only one thing better than a piece of cake, and that's a brownie.
Okay,
I disagree with that. We'll come back to it.
Putting up in
Keep going.
Yes, correct. And it doesn't sound like this this man is very noble in fact. Are we sure there's nothing bad that's going to be handed out instead of quite good?
Well,
I can't imagine a clergyman would be handing out something bad.
it does have to deal with the church, so think of that as you will.
Maybe he's gonna hand out a pill that murders anybody that does magic, because apparently that's something they do around here.
Yes. You should know what land we're in. and
I do, and I don't think it's dumb. Stupid.
I would just say, especially with being around Crown Guard and everything, people should just keep their opinions to themselves, to not endanger
You know what
themselves.
they say about opinions? Everybody has one.
And some people don't have good ones.
What's so funny? What are you laughing
I
at?
feel like there's an ending to that saying. I feel like it's not just leaves off there.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
No, I feel like there's something maybe in the middle.
No.
Oh my god.
While you might not be wrong to some people, you might not be right. So
I felt necessary that it seems something weird's about to happen tonight, and I'd like us all to be on our toes for it.
Well, if we're apprehending the people in the tent, we won't be able to partake in the special surprise.
Okay. All right then.
But if we miss out on brownies,
I will make
I'm
you
sure-
brownies if that's what it's going to take.
I'm sure there will be plenty of brownies left if there are some.
I like the way you speak, Xandra. You speak well about brownies, and I appreciate it.
I still don't think those are brownies.
Well,
They're
no
not
one else has a
brownies.
better idea.
You kind of hear the two guards as Marrow's laying on his stomach with him. And so this is how you use the telescope. You kind of point it just like this, and it kind of. What do you mean it doesn't work? You just got to put your eye up to it. Come on.
I got my eye.
Come on, try now. Not the one with stigmatism in it, the other one.
I keep closing them.
Oh, well, that's okay. Give me the telescope back.
While they're doing that, Talia looks at Zendra. Zendra, did you make it to the office last night? We never talked about that.
Yes.
Did you find anything in there? We never got a chance to look at it.
Most of it was just as you would expect, just an office with a desk, some files and everything. Although it did seem to be, if what they're saying about these 3 individuals and this dead body that washed up ashore, something has to be, between the 2 of them, because it did appear like somebody had tried to melt the lock from the inside. So
Really?
if these people's blunt daggers by chance aren't actually daggers and are something else, maybe
Maybe magical
maybe
weapons.
this tool is what it is.
Like a cheese knife from a charcuterie board.
Charcuterie, yeah, for sure.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
Something we have in Democrats.
It's good.
All right.
Okay,
Powder.
at this point, I guess we're just waiting until evening.
I'm gonna go up the powder.
Unless somebody else has a better idea.
Powder's like writing in his notebook, thinking about something, and he's onto something.
I'm gonna go up to him alone. I'm gonna say, I've been thinking. What if this special surprise is what makes the town folk so friendly?
What do you mean?
What is a special surprise? These town folk are real friendly. What if there's like a connection between the two or something? I don't know, it's stupid. I don't know. I was looking through the telescope. I didn't see anything, so I had a lot of time to think.
I think this is the most sane I've ever heard you, and I'm very happy to hear that. I'm curious why it would be a surprise then. You'd think that if it's making the town folks happy, but I like your train of thought. For once, it's actually eligible, and I do appreciate the input. Is this normal? Can you do this often?
This is what
Can you
Always
not
like
be
this.
yourself?
Did you eat something? Is everything okay?
No. I mean, mushrooms, always.
Oh, okay.
That's,
I'll write that down. The other thing I was thinking of is, what if by strange chance they're gonna hand out a wine? I mean,
what's wine?
okay. There we go. We're back. Okay. Never mind.
Back to writing in his book.
Yeah, back to writing my book.
Sounds like the party waits. Hands out with the 2 guards as the rest of the day passes by rather quickly between quippy jokes, conversation.
I really will make you brownies. I love baking.
Wonderful.
Some silence as nightfall does fall upon us.
Full moon tonight.
Yeah.
It's a half moon tonight as Nocturna actually shines almost like the sun down towards that end of the room and like the moon down towards this end.
Crazy.
Yes,
Should've
sir.
known
Real
that.
quick, if it's
You should've
fine,
done that.
between the period, is it okay if I sneak away and make another
Not too
elixir?
big into astrology.
You know what?
So I'll
That's
make
okay.
another
Right.
elixir.
Perfect.
I will hand it to Zindra. I'll be like, wait on this one.
As nightfall falls and the sun quickly sets, who would be looking in the telescope?
I'll take a look.
So right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I definitely am still trying. I'm very interested in the telescope.
I'll look through the telescope.
I don't know when I'm doing it, but I'm interested.
Rothgar, you lay down on your belly and look through the telescope. As you notice, as lights begin to light down there, and a bunch of different people from all over begin to crowd this festival,
I
it
see
begins.
lights. I see crowds forming.
It begins to become a party down there.
It's
as
starting
you
to
begin to
become
hear,
a party down there, guys.
Oh, good. I can't see. Thank you. Thank you for laying the
as
information.
a bunch of people from all over the realm.
There's many
Begins
cultures
to-
around here gathering.
You see a lot of people from other places?
Multicultural event is, I would per se, this is.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for more information.
As the stars in the moon of Nocturna shine bright.
Oh, the stars are so pretty.
I'm looking at the tents. I can't see the
I know,
sky.
I'm telling you, they're beautiful right now.
Thank you.
The moon's shining
Yeah.
too.
I'll take your word for it. I'm lazing in on this tent,
It's
guys.
such a nice night.
I can't see the moon or the stars,
I know.
but thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel them irradiating on my
Good.
skin.
Good. You should.
You quickly
I'm,
look on
I'm looking, guys. Don't worry.
as you watch as a elven lady approaches the right side of the tent with 2 royal knights of the realm.
There's an elvish lady.
She has blonde, long, flowing hair
blonde,
and
long,
white
flowing
garments
She's
on.
got white garments on. Looks
Like a
clergy
Is
esque.
anybody with her?
As her,
There's two armed guards to her right and one to
Are
her
they
left.
royal guards?
Have you guys
If
seen
I
these
had
stars tonight?
If I had to say whether they were royalty or not, I would go on the side of yes.
Okay.
a royal knight
Yep.
and this lady entered the tent
The royal knight and one lady
that you were watching.
They went
entered
into
the tent that I was watching. I am watching.
And in the matter of seconds, what you see is as they enter, 20, 30 seconds pass
Feels like a couple seconds have passed.
as a bright light appears, almost shining, almost like it's about to catch a tent on fire.
Oh, they lit a fire.
And then seconds after, this lady and the royal guard exit
Oh, they
as they
They
walk
left.
off. And you notice, with a perception check for me,
Wrong die. Wrong die.
a 17.
a 17. You notice that they have a folder in her right hand.
She's got a manila folder. You can't make out what it says on the tab though.
What's vanilla?
It's like a color.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you heard me. Keep going.
No, I hear everything.
And you
Okay.
almost swear with a 17.
Guys,
It looks like there's a dragon claw on the manila
I
folder.
feel like I ate a fortune cookie last night. My lucky number was 17 for some reason. And I can almost make out a dragon sigil on this folder. Like a dragon claw like that Mordecai guy had on his robe.
If you could stop rubbing my foot, that would be great.
Sorry, I thought it was a rock.
As
Helps
they
me
walk
concentrate.
away,
Rock.
They're walking away, guys. Should we pursue them?
Yes.
they walk away towards the crowd of people.
They're walking towards the crowd of people.
towards center stage.
Towards center stage, if I had to guess. Based on their trajectory.
What do you guys do?
What do you think we should do?
Pursue. Time to go pursue. We saw them go in the tent and then come out of it. But should we separate and pursue?
No, so we
No.
stay together.
Stay together? That's a lot of people down there.
All 6 of you are going to go as a group at the same spot.
Yeah, for once.
You guys quickly make your way in the dark of night down the hill. The stealth check isn't going to be high, but if 3 of you will roll one for me, you're looking for a 10.
Riley,
Yes.
I'm going to use Pass Without a Trace.
Oh,
Okay.
Me and my whole party have a plus 10.
You
Perfect.
said you want 3 people.
3 people to roll.
Obviously me.
obviously me.
Let me guide you.
Well, guide one of the people who aren't
Okay.
as good.
Well, isn't it
Let me
pass
guide
without
you.
hold on? Isn't pass without trace
It's
10?
plus 10.
It's plus 10.
Plus 10
so-
or whatever, so it doesn't truly matter.
Plus 10 to the party as
I'm
you
rolling.
shroud them in darkness.
Beautiful.
A little darkness overtakes the group as
31.
31,
35.
35.
No.
Whatever you have.
3.
16 plus 10, quick.
26.
Thank you.
What's the red D do?
Disadvantage.
With such high rolls with passes out of the trace,
I
as
have
a
one too.
little
Yeah, how would he have Oh, are you wearing a heavy plate?
That's
Maybe.
Yeah, I am. I have disadvantage on that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead.
No big deal. I was just letting you guys talk
Yes.
to finish it out. As you guys enter through the shroud of night down the hillside, you cast past Without a Trace on the party, almost becoming like darkness moving down the hill in a humanoid form. You guys get to the outside of the tent. Are you entering the tent first, or are you trying to go join the big parade?
I'll go look at the tent.
Zendra will enter the tent.
I'll
Anybody?
stand guard.
We'll stand guard. What's the rest of the party doing?
I wanted to go follow the people with the folder because that's the goal.
What would you like to do?
I'm following the people with the folder.
Marrow takes off to follow the folder people.
I'll go inside the tent.
We're gonna go inside the tent.
I'll follow Marrow.
You'll follow Marrow.
Good man, Takashi.
Talia.
I'm following Takashi and Mero.
3 and 3.
Good split.
Ever so perfect.
Sorry, guys.
3 of you take off. As 2 of you enter the tents, you notice immediately as you enter, and the grass in here has become absolutely bloodied, as there's blood splattered from 3 humanoids all over. Almost as if there was something cast in here that made their bodies implode from the inside. There is not even a little sliver of skin left, but it is all blood and guts that envelop this gory scene now. What you do notice on the table is a little briefcase.
I think out of the 2 of us, you're probably better at opening that if you want to.
Only if you want to.
Not quite as my expertise, but while I do have some thieves' tools, I think you might be better at this one.
I believe that is good. First, I'd like to just investigate just to make sure, like,
Yeah.
anything about the briefcase or the whatever table it's on, just to
Yeah, go ahead.
nat 20.
Everything's normal. It's safe.
Okay.
And what you even notice is the briefcase is unlocked.
Cool. I will open the briefcase.
Snap it open. And sitting inside, ever so centered in the middle, is a little letter, a paper letter with the seal of the Erosi house stamped on it, holding it shut.
What do you think, Powder? Ready to read some business?
Yes, we have someone standing watch. I imagine we can read this real quick. Do you have a way to put the wax back?
If it was left here for a reason, who says anyone's coming back?
Fair enough.
I'm gonna peek my head out real quick and be like, Rothgar, we're still good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Everyone's heading towards center stage.
Okay. Go back in and
Tear this little ink seal off ever so perfectly, cutting the tree of life in half. As you begin
My chest hurts.
to open the letter. We'll figure out what that says next week, as we will call a session tonight there. Great job, guys.
Good job.
We did it. Woohoo.